Man, Jude Law is so handsome, he has to be pumping dogs or something. It's impossible, man.
Every beautiful woman in the world that he's, I need to pump dogs. That's what you need next.
Jude Law has been to the edge of the earth when it comes to females, man. He needs to pump dogs. It's weird.
It's the next logical step.
See Santa Claus tonight? You better run, boy. You better run for your life.
This movie is so great. Are we just going to see it? Are we going to say at the same time?
No, we're not. We're going to say different things.
Okay.
This movie isn't great.
What?
Now, I'm going to surprise you here. I don't hate this movie. This isn't like a full hanger situation. I just really dislike.
Two girls from different countries swap homes for the holidays to get away from their relationship issues. However, their lives change unexpectedly when they meet and fall in love with two local guys.
There's elements to this movie that kind of work. Most of the elements do not work. And by the way, I need to say it, this isn't a Christmas film.
Yes, it is.
No, it is not.
It takes place in the season.
You could take this plot out and put it in any time of year. This just happens to be a love story that takes place around about Christmas. Christmas is completely non-essential.
Yes, but Love Actually was a hit 3 years earlier, so we need to try it again.
Oh. See, Love Actually was kind of ground zero for all this shit, wasn't it? Let's put a bunch of stars together and have them all kiss each other.
Talking about stars, one of your favourites this year, man.
I do love Kate Winslet.
Oh, Kate Winslet and poor Iris, man.
Poor Kate Winslet.
We'll get into it, man. No.
That's the short straw she got, wasn't it?
What do you mean?
She didn't get to shag Big Jude.
No, it's your favourite she gets me, man. Who is it? It's a J-Dog.
J-Dog. Jablinski.
JB.
Jack Black, man. Oh.
Who is so charming in this. He is so charming. Man.
He's a pure pathetic mess in this film.
No, he's not.
He's a cuck.
He's a composer.
He gets cucked.
He's basically Hans Zimmer.
Aye, he wishes.
Okay, are we getting into this?
Aye, okay, I suppose.
Okay. We get this Columbia logo. That bitch is looking great with that torch and that toga. She's still looking good, man.
She's not aged, it's weird.
She is fine. And then we go into this Universal logo. You know I like mentioning these.
They're not even themed, it's just a regular logo.
But I hear one theme boom. This lovely Hans Zimmer score kicks in.
Is it Hans Zimmer that does the music for this movie?
This is Hans Zimmer and Jack Black. This office that Jack Black has, the studio set up, replicated what Hans Zimmer's offices looked like.
A complete mess.
Zimmer score swells before that Nolan bass really just took it entirely. Didn't it though?
I'm not talented at all, so I can't be dissing Hans Zimmer, right? But he did get a bit lazy, didn't he?
Oh, they're still good. It's just he's playing the greatest hits, isn't it?
Exactly. That's what I mean by lazy. It's just like Chris Nolan phones him up. Oh, all right, Hans, I'm doing enough. I don't know how Chris Nolan sounds. This is my Chris Nolan impression. Just go with it. All right, Hans, I'm doing another shitty film. It's a bit too long and complicated, but do you want to be in it? I'll pay you X million of dollars. And Hans is like, I don't know what he sounds like either, but I'm assuming he's like, yeah.
That's racist. That's what he sounds like. I thought I was sitting with Hans Zimmer. I was like, The music changed 2 years later with The Dark Knight.
A good score.
I mean, it is, but let's go back to the fact Batman Begins is the best of that trilogy.
Batman Begins is an amazing film.
Isn't it right?
The Dark Knight is a very good film. The Dark Knight Rises sucks.
It is true. We are in a studio. Jack Black composes music over a period drama's dailies. I like seeing Jack Black give validity to this character with the music. He's did this forever. It's his background.
Hold on. Jack Black likes music?
Come on.
I would never have guessed. He never mentions it.
He is so great. You love Jack Black's music.
I do like a bit of Tenacious D sometimes.
You like more than me, I think.
I don't know about that. Have you ever seen them?
No.
I would never go see them.
Near would I. No.
I watched their clips on YouTube.
As far as I'm concerned, Tribute was really great.
Fuck Her Gently is a funny song.
The movie is funny. It's not
alright.
great, man.
I didn't like the movie. I liked the first album or the sort of HBO thing they done better than the movie. The movie wasn't good at all.
It wasn't, man. Ben Stiller was funny in it, but that's it. I actually really like Kyle Gass quite a lot.
He's good.
I wish he was in more. I really like him. He looks at Shannon Sossamon, one of my biggest crushes in the world. Shannon Sossamon is she was in A Knight's Tale, she was in 40 Days and 40 Nights,
of course, yeah.
and Wrist Cutters. She is so amazing, man.
She's very beautiful, but she's in this movie for like 5 minutes, so we don't get to know her that well.
It is a hee-haw character.
Yeah, it's just pretty women, pretty ex that's important for the story, kinda.
He kisses her hand as she leaves. This is Maggie. Kate Winslet narrates over all of this, saying that love is blind.
She quotes Shakespeare at one point. I'm like, calm down, Kate Winslet.
We're in LA. Cameron Diaz and Ed Burns drive around in a fancy car. She looks at him sort of with doubt.
They're in a loveless relationship. They look at each other with kind of just a coldness. And you can tell they're on the rocks.
We get Eli Wallach. This is Arthur. We get a small glimpse of him as he takes to bed. He looks at a photo of his wife. He is amazing in this.
I'll say it now, he's easily the best part of the movie and the only part of the movie that I cared about.
This-
If he's not in this movie and his arc isn't in this movie, I hate it.
This arc is beautiful, man.
This is the only saving grace, the only good part of the film.
And a great tribute to a great actor, man.
Absolutely, aye.
Jude Law is really handsome in an English pub, being checked out by everybody in the pub. No wonder.
He's quite easily the most handsome guy in that room.
He looks like he walked into the Prancing Pony at Rivendell, man, and it's just full of goblins and fucking hobbits and Jude Law. It's like, the man's beautiful.
Yes.
I could skateboard on the cheekbones. I wouldn't.
He's definitely very well groomed. I don't know why I said that. You know what I mean though? Like, he would smell good.
He just is handsome in one scene to another in this. And his
He's
character,
lucky he's handsome because he's getting no character.
his character is face base or something because this doesn't exist in real life.
This perfect guy with this apparently mountains of disposable income. He gets to go every weekend and shag, but he's also a committed father.
Did
somehow.
you see where he stayed?
I have problems with the houses in this. I've got to. His house, especially, and Kate Winslet's house. Where the fuck sort of Peter Pan bullshit did you get this house from?
I've been in Surrey. I've not been in this part of Surrey.
You just know, right? Let's just get into it. Right? In England, like the LA people, I understand. It's LA. All the houses to me look the same. I don't know. I've never been, right? But these houses that Jude Law and his sister, played by Kate Winslet, live in this house, they're screaming Tory, arsehole, legacy money, bastards. She lives in this impossible fairy tale cottage. Have you seen this thing?
It's beautiful, man.
It looks like a house that's inside a snow globe. It's fucking ridiculous how beautiful this house is. And I'm like, no danger a single woman living in the middle of London can afford this, and her salary is some sort of editor of a magazine.
But they've got...
It's family money though.
They mentioned that, I think, though. Like
her mom and dad, the Tories, whatever their jobs are.
We're at the Telegraph. We meet Iris. This is the beautiful, amazing Kate Winslet. She wraps a present in her office. I've just wrote poor Iris 5 times here.
Why is she poor?
Oh,
Poor her.
man.
She's got a good job. She's stunning.
This is brutal, man. This one-sided affair. She is so good in this.
Oh, she's an excellent actress and that, but I don't get what. Right, maybe right here. I said this to my wife as we were watching this together. So we find out that she is still in love with this co-worker named Jasper, who cheated on her, but she still loves him. Am I right?
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm not right.
He's treating her terribly.
Here's the thing, and this is where I turned to my wife and I'm like, look, this guy is not attractive enough to be cheating on Kate Winslet. Do you think they had an Orlando Bloom or somebody in mind for this role, and like they've had to get this guy last minute? Because I'm like, this guy is no cheating on Kate Winslet.
Rufus, he gets roles like this.
That handsome English guy.
He's alright.
He is not convincing.
He's got the mad eyes, man. And
Aye, bug eyes.
Man, the eyes are mad. The Rufus Sewell
He
eyes,
looks like
man.
he was like doing cocaine, like in Die Hard. Like, what's his name for Die Hard?
Ellis.
Him and Ellis were in the fucking meeting doing cocaine.
He looks rattled, man.
But I'm just saying,
This is Jasper.
this needs to be a more handsome, recognised actor to play this role, I think.
I really liked him in Shyamalan's Old, about that mad beach.
Aye, but that's not the same, man. You need a charming, like, playboy type for this role.
Who would you cast in it?
This, I think, is like a Hugh Grant back then. No Hugh Grant now, the weird fucking hobbit that he is. Not in Olympia, is that it? Whatever he's dating now. But you know Hugh Grant 2000s, where everybody loved him, all these Americans loved him because that's how they thought Englishmen were.
That bumbling way, man.
Aye, you needed a Hugh Grant type character here.
Oh, man. Someone's been saying that Iris has been doing his laundry. That is brutal.
That's pathetic also, but
Jasper interrupts Iris, flirts with her. She is putty in his hands and he knows it. I hate when she compliments his writing and she just gives him everything he wants. Do you know that, right?
it's a pure toxic relationship as well, because like she's doing his laundry apparently. She's like quite clearly
She's no doing his laundry, man. Are you the one that started that?
Aye, I was at the office party doing cocaine with Ellis. I was like, oh yeah, Iris is doing his laundry, trying to do a euphemism.
She's doing his laundry.
She comes into his house and does his dishes.
Blood going down your nose, man. You get the sack. He says
Oh, no, again.
he says he got her something. He's totally bullshitting at this point. Yeah. He makes out it's something hot for her to wear and she looks just so gutted by that. She bought him a first edition of a book he loves from a little hidden place they found together this one time in Covent Garden. There's a speech at the office. Jasper's engagement is announced. This is awful.
You don't think you gotta give her a heads up in this video? But like, by the way, I'm getting engaged, just so you don't get freaked out.
I'd have been like that, man. Oh, looking at Iris, like, oh, she's gonna kick off.
That would have been much better if Iris just went mental.
And we're at each side there, man. You're coked up, and I'm like, Iris, go up and do something.
I fucking smash him, Iris.
Go up and hit her, I know, Iris.
I fucking elbow Sarah, I know.
I want our cottage, so I'm encouraging all of this. I want to buy it for a steal at the police auction.
You want to ruin her life, ruin her career, so she has to sell it.
Then I'm going after Jude Law.
But you'll move in with it first to help her with the rent, but then, like...
Oh, I'd encourage the gas, but...
She tries to kill herself.
It's amazing. It's so mental. As the crowd cheer, Iris struggles for breath and her eyes fill. She fakes a smile as she cries. Jasper watches this.
He's a sick fuck.
He then puts his arm around his fiancée. It's too much. Kate Winslet's an amazing actor, man.
Oh, she is. I mean, she's easily the best actress.
All of this is so
in this
good,
film.
man.
No, I don't. I'm not buying it. She's great.
What?
No, wait, I buy her. She's amazing than anything. But this whole relationship is just stupid to me.
Why?
He cheated on you, but you still love him. You're obsessed about him. You just get engaged in front of you.
Man, you're just echoing every other character she talks to in this film.
So even they can
even
see
our
it.
therapist.
It's a fucking like, even our best friend's so funny. She calls her pathetic at one point.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I like her. I want to see more of this character who we never see again.
Jeez, oh man. Iris commutes
Fucking
home.
man up, Kate Winslet.
Iris commutes home, devastated. It's a long commute and it's so worth it. That's how you get to see that she can maybe afford it. It's like zone 56.
Still, but a big cottage. So
It's
a
little.
detached
It's
cottage.
little.
No, it's little,
It's
but
little.
sorry, it's detached. This is a pure Airbnb number. This is expensive.
It is gorgeous.
It looks like a gingerbread house.
Snow Globes mentioned in my review. You said that.
Yeah.
It looks like a postcard. It's absolutely gorgeous. Rose Hill Cottage.
Yeah, and I get that that's a good setting for a movie, and especially a romantic movie, because it's a very romantic setting, but I just can't escape the fact that this woman can afford to live here.
It's a romantic comedy.
I know there's a lot of that. I know, like...
You
how
don't
many-
go like that at the Sandler films. How's he staying there?
How can he stay in this penthouse in New York? See that house in Big Daddy? We spoke about this before. The
He
big
works
windows.
at a toll crossing booth, man. It doesn't make any sense.
His house in Big Daddy was like... It probably still is my dream house, man. All these mad stairs and stuff that go somewhere.
It's like an abandoned firehouse or something.
Aye, it's like
that.
a factory or something. It's amazing.
Oh,
See the wee boy is sick and he just puts newspaper down.
and he pees himself. And he just puts newspaper.
And he throws him
down.
back onto the bed and you just see him wobbling around and you hear the rustling paper.
Scuba Steve! Man, Big Daddy's good.
He's so much better than this film.
No! We go to LA, the city of stars, Los Angeles. We get Ed Burns. He wakes up on this couch. This is a funny sight gag. He looks for Amanda, Cameron Diaz. We get her, throwing stuff at him. He's maybe slept with his receptionist, and she gets... Diaz is a workaholic. She is a trailer editor. We found out she's cut 75 trailers this year, and she kicks him out.
They argue about work. He says something like, "Oh, you're always editing trailers, and if you fall asleep in your office on top of your BlackBerry." And I'm like, this film just aged about 40 years.
It's,
A BlackBerry, man, remember them?
I know.
They were going to be the future.
I had one.
Of course you did.
They were amazing.
Were they? Aye.
They were great.
The wee keyboard and that.
I had a mouse.
What, a
It
mouse?
was a ball in the middle. It was a mouse. It was great.
Was it actually great? It was just great for the time.
They were amazing, man. I loved it. They had BB Messenger, man.
BlackBerry's not about anymore though, is it? That shut its doors a long time ago.
Glenn Howerton just done a movie based on it with Jay Baruchio.
Oh.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. Apparently it's great. Okay, she's cut 75 trailers this year. She kicks him out. He says she's a weirdo because she can't cry. She asks him to admit he slept with the receptionist. They garden her emotions. Don't date, man.
Aye, that's funny. The
Don't
gardener's
date.
pretty funny. Yeah, he says that he does, and she comes downstairs and she punches him in the face twice.
It's solid punches.
And she doesn't even do that thing where like when she closes the door, she doesn't hold her hand as if she's broke it. She's punched people before. You know that?
You know when the gardener shakes his head twice, the second time after he admits it, he goes, oh. Dude. The interior sets for Amanda's house were built on a soundstage and cost approximately $1 million.
Why?
Without exterior walls, a roof, plumbing, heating, and electricity. They got done, man.
They get done big time.
They
That's
got done.
ridiculous.
Porn manages. You got a house free for 6
There is
weeks.
a million houses in LA that you can just film for a couple of days.
What is this?
Hire a porn house, sitting there above it because it's romantic comedy.
There's a lot of scenes set in Amanda's house. I get that, but why? What on earth?
And
Why?
it's a generic looking house. It's not as if it has these beautiful things that you need to put in it. It just looks like a house.
I know.
It's not interesting to look at. It's not as if it's got great set dressing either.
We get Catherine Hahn, an early Catherine Hahn. Shows up as Amanda's
That's
assistant.
right. And John Krasinski's in this for about 30 seconds.
Yeah, he is the other assistant editor. He is, a year into The Office. They review a new action trailer with Lindsay Lohan and James Franco.
I could have done with more of this in the movie. More of these parody trailers would have
Yeah.
been funny. I thought this was going to be a theme. Like in Forgetting Sarah Marshall. There's that fake show and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keeps on showing you clips throughout it. I would have liked more fake trailers with famous people. Just 30-second wee cameos.
This
Shoot it
is
in a day.
This is funny. It kind of suggests she's a genius because she can fix what looks like absolutely terrible movies.
Yeah, these awful movies, but she puts a decent trailer to make them look. And although this trailer was That's not doing it for me either.
I laughed at this. It was kind of funny. I liked you brought 2 guns. I didn't think one was enough.
But we're laughing at the parody element of it, but like this wouldn't be a good trailer if you seen this natural cinema movie. Like, what the fuck is this?
To be fair, the fact it's getting dumped like Christmas Day, you're like, oh, she's a fixer. That's kind of funny. I like that. Yeah, Cameron Diaz is great as well, man. In everything, like, no, you're not a big fan. I do think
take that one back.
Oh, you got to see Gangs of New York?
That accent.
Aye.
Oh, hotty totty to. Oh, Leo, son.
It's funny you put it on her shooters and no Scorsese's. That's interesting.
What is he doing casting her as well?
Why are they putting the trailer out now? Because it looks kind of trash. Her staff are freaked out when she says she wants to take some time off.
That's another thing we've not mentioned. She has these kind of panic attack type things.
Angina or something, a heart.
It's not really specified. I thought it was more like anxiety attack or something because she can't cry and she's going through a breakup and she's overworking herself. I think it's
that kind of,
yeah.
She looks up holidays and she tries to cry. This is really forced. I admit that up front. The crying stuff is brutal through this.
It doesn't even have a good payoff at the end.
It does. I like that
because
scene.
You know exactly what it's going to do. She talks about the whole movie. She's talking about how she can't cry. So you know at the end she's going to cry and they're going to kiss and it's going to be romantic.
It was.
No, it wasn't.
It was.
She's like, turn the car around. And then this English guy who is clearly written by an American. All right, missus, I'll turn this car around right now.
What do you think?
Talking like a Cockney geezer.
He definitely played Mark and was it his name? No, in Peep Show he was when Mark fancied his old classmate. It was her boyfriend.
Oh, I've not seen Peep Show in years. I know who you're talking about.
I'm sure he's got a name like Bogo or something like that. Something brilliant. She looks up holidays, tries to cry. She finds this cottage. Iris has wrote the description wonderfully.
By the way, though, no, but before this, she Googles this. She Googles like holiday destinations, and like some psychopath man, she clicks on the very first link on Google. You know that's an advert.
I know. You need to watch that.
Like the first 2 are kind of highlighted in that weird, different font of blue, and you're like, they're no real. That's like fucking. Do you know what I mean? Jet 2 holidays. You skip the ones, and then you go to about the 3rd or 4th one down, and you never go to the second page. As discussed on the Twilight episode, you never go to page 2 of Google.
She's like. Imagine she's really good at cutting trailers and being professional, but she's a pure shanner at like getting the bus.
She kind of do wee things like that. So she'll be bus ticket. She ends up in the wrong place and all that.
She's taking a leap here, man, and it could go wrong, but let's go along with the journey. Iris cries as she feeds the dog and looks so beautiful in this cottage. She lights the hob, hears the gas and considers suicide.
That's crazy. She like puts her face right up against it. I was like, whoa, this movie's going to be a slasher.
She takes a big whiff, man.
She does. And she runs to the window and blows it out.
She says low point and slaps herself. She gets a message via this weird messenger. Did you see this messenger?
This messenger's linked to the website.
But
that's like you going to a house swapping website. What is it now? It's what's that?
Rightmove.
No, it's like
Airbnb.
So you go into Airbnb and you click on I'm interested in this house and a wee messenger pops up. It's like a wee MSN looking number.
But it's not. It's a house with a low opacity on the desktop.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
All of our files were there. Is that what that's like?
No, right, all her files were there, but the other person can't see the files.
But what is this messenger? Did she have to download that?
That's what I'm saying, that's why it's so stupid. Like, this is just on the website. She finds on Google, goes down a couple of pages, clicks on a random website, and then a messenger pops up. And even though they've got some sort of American time difference, they just happen to be on their computers at the exact same time.
I would be freaking out this was a bot. I'd be going to a bot's house, a digital house.
Absolutely, this, and she starts asking really personal questions and all that. Like, oh, tell us about your house. I'm like, no, thank you. Who are you? Identify yourself. Surely she has to log in and create some sort of account and get verified first before she can do this.
No, in this they don't.
They just get right to the point. And do you know what? Ironically enough, she cuts trailers for a living. This movie's cut pretty well. It could have been cut more. They could cut all the Jack Black stuff out, for example.
No.
But we just cut out all that. We don't need to know. It doesn't matter. point is, they're on a messenger, and now our two main characters are talking to each other.
They message about their lives. Amanda asks if she can ask one thing. Iris says, of course. Amanda asks if there are any men in her town. Iris says, honestly, no. Amanda asks, how soon can she come? Iris suggests tomorrow. They're doing this. They're going to go on this crazy
Fucking
concept,
insane, by
man.
the way.
They're
What are
doing
you
it.
doing?
Oh,
First of all,
it's an adventure.
What are the logistics of this? How are you going to find a flight? How are you going to make sure you get your passport and all that stuff sorted?
Doesn't matter, man.
Like, that's just, I can't just like decide to go to LA in the morning.
You can.
No, because I would need to go on.
You just need to
Book
find
a
somebody
flight.
with a house to swap.
On a messenger and just be like, you want to swap, we can do it tomorrow, and then they just also have to be rich and be able to afford their flights as well.
Aye.
That's the thing. Everybody in this movie's got money to burn. They just fly fucking worldwide constantly. It's never mentioned like how they can afford these things.
That's Nancy Miles for you, to be
Aye.
fair. And I mean,
It's just,
that's
it seems very out of touch. There isn't a working class element at all to this movie. This is so beyond the working class, it's unreal.
Amanda's
Imagine having
driver
that
seems
power.
pretty working class, man.
Of course, the driver's working class. By the way, also, something that I did notice, and it's in my review, but I'll talk about it now. There is not a single person of colour anywhere near this movie. The only thing that's more Snow White than snow in that fucking chimney is this fucking film.
Iris gets the plane. She smiles huge when this hunk nearly sits next to her. Then the hunk's missus appears and moves him on and makes a face at Iris. Did you see
Aye,
that
that's kinda
face?
funny, aye.
She's like, that's my man.
You fucking back off now.
Two older women sandwich Iris. Jasper then has the cheek to email saying he heard she's away to LA and to ask how he can get a hold of her.
Also, who did he hear this from?
He has eyes on Iris, man.
I know he's got a phone tapped. He's got a computer tapped. He was looking at that messenger exchange.
He's a sick puppy.
He's a pure villain, isn't he?
He is. Oh, I could go through the screen and get this guy. What he does to her is awful, man. And to ask how he can get hold of her, she messages saying they both know she needs to fall out of love with him.
Why do you message him back? You need to ghost this film, man.
I mean,
Ghost him?
oh, we need to see her go through it for that wonderful ending, man. Amanda's flight. She imagines her life as a trailer. We get this a couple of times and it's really funny.
That, again, I want to see more of this. These gags are quite short, but it is quite a good wee thing that
Yeah.
this sort of inner monologue in her head or whatever keeps on like summarising her own life in trailer form. That's
Yeah.
good. That's a good wee gag.
It works, man. The drive to...
I love how like Amanda's flight is completely different.
Aye.
She's got this first class plane and she's got like this big pile of books and a big box of like a big pile of pills. Do you notice this?
Aye.
Hundreds of pills and she's got a sleep mask on. She's just dosing herself
They do. I think they paint both characters really well, man.
pretty well.
Amanda gets dropped off just up the lane because the driver won't be able to turn the car around. I would be like, I paid for this ride.
Before that, though, Iris does this whole driving through LA bit, doing all these movies where she's got her head out the window and she's looking at all the palm trees and all that. I don't give a fuck.
You could have cut that. You need it. You need it.
No,
you need
don't.
it. You need
No,
it.
just show shots of LA. You don't need to show her hanging out the window and looking, doing
What
that
are
thing
you
where she
wanting?
goes,
Some kissing
"Whoa."
booth B-roll, man.
Aye, some B-roll LA. We all
That's
know the
that
sights.
wee Joey King came out against that big Noah and all, man.
What did she say?
She said away you go, we had a laugh making them. Good for her, man.
aye.
Listen, I hope she doesn't listen to your episodes, but
No,
they
we
should,
go
they
pretty-
should
we'd
stick
go
up for
okay
her.
on her.
She's great.
Not on the movie, but like she's good in them.
She's great in them. Big Noah, man.
He's
Watch
handsome.
yourself, man.
He's lucky he's handsome.
He is handsome.
That's all he's got.
He
Big Noah would have been in this film.
he would have been he'd have cucked Jack Black.
Aye, that would have been the person that
Aye.
you fancy, like when he's walking past the video store.
Shannon Sossaman could have go to him.
Aye, it'd have been Big Noah with his arms around her. But he looks at Jack Black in the eyes like, Scooby-Doo, I'm putting your wife.
Amanda gets dropped off just up a lane. She is stunning in this get-up with the Caseys in this little town.
I agree with what you said though, like, I paid for you to drop me off. That's not my problem that you don't want to turn round on that wee lane.
He has so every shot you can see a car would have got up there just fine, I think.
That's the thing, like, and it's not just a wee lane, this is like about a mile away. And you're right, like, there's like a big psychopath, she meets this couple who are walking their dog, remember at one point?
Yeah.
This car could have got up here and no bother.
Do you think if she went up the psychopath, she'd have met Graham earlier? Because that's his thing. Do you think that's what his thing is? He's weird, man.
Oh,
What's his thing?
He's too handsome. He reminds me of that Penn Badgley guy for you. This big handsome boy, but he loves killing people, man.
He has bodies in the basement. They Wayne's only his. It's weird.
See, because they never describe how the mother died either, you know what I'm saying? The mother was fucking...
Jenkins keeping her alive somewhere.
In the basement, as you said. He feeds her just enough to keep her alive.
Oh.
Next thing he's like, I shagged an R2 the night.
He comes in and tells her everything.
He's got a blackboard with his tallies on it. The night I got an American. She looks like Cameron Diaz. You know who that is?
Oh my God. And he says, are you ready for another episode of the Red Shoe Diaries? And he introduces her to it. Oh, it's sick. Oh, this is sick, man. Oh, Amanda likes the cottage, but she's too wound up. She rattles this mini down the country lanes and swerves into this town.
Right. They did mention it in the messenger, right? They swap houses and they swap cars.
Everything.
As I mentioned earlier, the logistics, how are you getting your insurance sorted? You can't just do this. I can't just go to America and just get in somebody's motor and start driving about legally.
Diaz walks around the store swigging from this bottle. Does she not need to drive back?
Of course she does, but she's American. Arrogant fuck.
When Amanda arrives at the cottage in England, she drives into the village and says, I need a drink. She's then seen walking around a shop drinking from a bottle of wine. When she buys the corkscrew, the cork on the wine bottle is still attached.
She's just walking about swigging a full bottle. That's quite funny.
God, man.
I mean, it's just according to the era, but it's funnier if she's not actually drinking, but she's just that desperate. She's just simulating drinking out this full bottle.
Oh, she's trying to suck through the cork.
Oh man, we've all been there.
Man. The assistant says someone's having a party tonight, meaning her alcohol and food shop. Diaz smiles and laughs along with her, like, yeah, it's really funny.
It is also, though, stop being nosy about my shopping.
You get this sometimes.
It happens a lot. Sometimes, like...
I've had people turn around, comment on my shop.
I've heard that and it's so cheeky. I don't say it back, I just kind of smile, go, aye, sure, mate. But I'm kind of like, fuck off, don't judge me.
I know. She lights a fire, gets drunk and dances to Mr. Brightside.
If you thought this movie couldn't get any more white.
Hot Fuss Forever, man. Hot Fuss,
That
that's amazing.
Is the white national anthem.
You can't prevent that. You love some anthems. You liked fucking Fratelli's Chelsea Dagger.
That's a tune.
It was terrible then and it's even worse now.
I actually don't like the song, but I like them because they're all Celtic fans.
Oh, no. She plays stairs with this adorable dog. Cutest.
By the way, how the fuck is she keeping a stranger's dog? What is Kate Winslet thinking?
I do not know.
Right, I understand she wants to get out of the country to get away from Jasper. I understand that she wants to do something impulsive and go to LA and be a million miles away and she wants to leave her house and even her car. I understand that. Take your dog away or leave it with a family member. Do not leave it with a woman that you just met on the internet 24 hours ago. This is animal abuse.
Leave your dog with a stranger like that,
It is
man.
insane how... Because I remember the scene where...
She might just want somebody to keep an eye on it with Graham about,
Cameron
man.
Diaz...
He might pump dogs, man.
You know what he does. He comes round. He was disappointed that night when Cameron Diaz answered the door because he knocked on the door and he walks in. He's like, "All right, Rover, I've got a bone for you."
Man, and he did give the dog a bone.
Aye, he pumps his dog all
Do
the
you know
time.
what I mean by that?
Aye, he's Billy.
Oh, man, Jude Law is so handsome. He has to be pumping dogs or something. It's impossible, man.
Every beautiful woman in the world that he's need to pump dogs. That's what he's next.
Jude Law has been to the edge of the earth when it comes to females, man. He needs to pump dogs. It's weird.
The next logical step.
Man,
Remember
you ever
he
been
was
around him
pumping
with
the
dogs?
babysitter?
What?
Remember he was pumping the babysitter?
Aye.
That's a pure porno, man, and he's doing it in real life. Who was his missus again? Somebody pure
Sienna Miller.
Sienna Miller was his wife, and he was cheating on her with some...
Or was it Sadie Frost he cheated on?
What's his name? Whoever.
His name her, man.
And he was pumping the child care provider, man.
And the child care provider's dog.
That I was in the paper, it was crazy.
They left that bit out, man. Amanda starts to pack her things. She's scunnered with this already.
I would be as well if I had to live in England.
Iris swims, looks at Amanda's library, multiple copies of movies. I see like 4 copies of Identity, 2003.
Oh.
It'll be the studio. One of the studios would have just gave them catalogues for this. I guess you can kind of pass it off as the character would have been given copies of the movies to rip and
that
stuff.
makes sense. But this setup's pretty impressive, man.
It's pretty cool.
I know it's not aged well now. I know it's like VHSs, not DVD players, but still, like, it makes sense that she cuts movies. Like, you know that she's got a great library of movies and like she's got a cinema and all that. She must have.
She'll have a really, I imagine, maybe a really cool, some cool thoughts in movies and stuff like that. Actually, she must love film. Hopefully, yeah.
To be in that
Don't
business.
know why I'm hoping for that, but weird. Iris picks out Punch Drunk Love, one of the absolute
I love that film.
greatest films ever made. Gets intimidated by the setup. She gets a call from the front gate. They try and work it out over the intercom, and Jack Black is so charming already. The sound here is lovely as the wind picks up and we hear the music from Jack Black's car. Iris gets something in her eye and Jack Black assists. This is the meet cute that we later learn about. He's here for Ethan's stuff. This is Amanda's ex, Cameron Diaz's ex. She needs to check it with Amanda's assistant.
So Jack Black mentions the wind here.
Yeah.
And then once he leaves with Maggie, she just stands at the door for a while, looks a bit at the wind, and I'm like, is this supposed to be important for the movie?
It's like magic or something.
It is, it's kind
man.
of weird. It's whenever Jack Black shows up, there's a gust of wind, and I'm like, is he dead?
Jenky's like a Sandman creature.
Oh, it'd be amazing. Imagine this movie just turned.
And it like, cause of the time difference, any time we're with Iris, she's sleeping and this is a dream.
Oh, that's cool, man. That's so much better than this film.
We get some Morricone on the score.
He mentions it, which is weird.
It's
he name drops
lovely,
it.
man. I remember walking about Venice on my honeymoon and just hearing Morricone being played on the streets.
Oh, really? Just on the streets?
It was beautiful.
That is nice,
Rido,
man.
It was incredible.
That's something you don't imagine happens in a movie. That's weird. That happens in
felt
real life.
very like that. It was so lovely.
I think you're walking about a Woody Allen movie.
No, my wife's my age.
Wait until you get a daughter.
Woody Allen. Oh, God, man. Oh, he's an old dick, man. Iris notices Arthur being assisted and walking past the gate. And yeah, we get a shot of Iris like looking for magic or something like that. Iris goes to sleep, closing the blackout blinds.
By
Amanda.
the way, a button that closes your blinds for you, that's the dream.
It looks amazing, and they are proper blackout. You are in a crypt at this point.
I would never get my bed though. Like, that's bad for your depression, man, because you would just be like, oh, this is the best thing ever.
Amanda tries to sleep but is awakened by the handsome, charming and perfect Jude Law. This is Iris's brother, Graham. He's shown up pissed, looking for the dog. He's
Man,
no like,
she opens this door and she is wet as fuck.
so am I. Have you seen him?
Even drunk, this guy is like so coherent, and he's drunk acting's terrible though, because he just
Why
looks like the most sober guy ever.
Does his English accent sound so fake?
I think that's how he talks. He
he's
always had a bit of a weird
pure
accent.
Turning it on though, isn't he? Properly, man.
It's like, see when you hear Gerard Butler try to speak, you're like, where are you from, mate?
Oh, his is all over the place now, man. He doesn't even know where he's from. He is pissed. He's been at the local pub. He wants to use the restroom. Amanda fixes herself quickly. Amanda says Iris is in LA. He says that isn't possible. She explains that She explains and he's steaming but processing this somehow. Don't know how he's processing this.
Nah.
He's wasted apparently. I'd have been on the couch pissed myself already.
And not only is it wasted, but even if you're sober, this doesn't make any sense. I'm watching the movie and they've explained it to me thoroughly and I'm still like, why would you do this?
In the middle of the night, there's an American in my sister's house. Is my sister in the basement?
That's another thing.
Where's
like,
the dog?
It's like 3 o'clock in the morning or something and she's knocked awake by some strange man at the door. Oh my god, get a fucking shotgun. This is why Americans have got guns.
But also,
I don't care if it's Jude Law, man. See if somebody chaps your door that time of night, some stranger is like, can I get in and use the toilet? You're like, fuck off.
She was also pissed and sober very quickly.
Oh, yeah, totally.
She might not have been pissed during the
I
dancing,
think she
but
just had a glass of wine or something or two.
fair play.
So it's hard to tell. And it's 3 o'clock in the morning, so she could have drank early and slept a wee bit and she'd been woke up in the middle of the night. I don't know.
You really laid the road out there, man.
It's all over the place, but this film's like... Anyway, why can't Jude Law just piss in a bush?
Man, he's no piss.
Go behind a tree and piss, man. You know.
He's too handsome to piss behind a tree.
He walks all the way to Sister's for a pish. That's a bit weird, man.
Do you think it's just some mad guy that heard there's an American? And he's like, I wonder if she's heard Graham's got
I
a
wonder if
brother.
she'll buy a brother comment.
I wonder if she's brought a dog with her. Amanda fixes herself quickly. Amanda says Iris Nelly. He asks to sit down because he feels he may bump into her. He explains it's been a bit of a routine lately, getting drunk, ditching the car and crashing at Iris's. She says she's leaving in the morning. He asks how long she's been there. 6 hours. No way, this happened in 6 hours.
I thought we were at like day 3 of this, by the way.
It's mad.
It just isn't 6 hours, is it? That's just bullshit.
Graham asks if she's married. She says no. He says him neither. We know. Do you know what I'm...
He killed his wife.
He asks if it would be horrible if he stayed. She says no. She'll get him a blanket. It's pretty weird.
You would be like, I don't know you. He's just moved here 6 hours ago and now this guy wants to stay on the couch. I'm sorry, but no.
Gonna take my face off in the night.
100%. But in fairness to her, she immediately just fucks him. They just go to Bone Town straight away.
I
man.
get it, man.
No, so do I. I mean, this is the part of the movie I'm kind of on board with. See all this, like, oh, I'm English, I love you, but just bone, man. You're on holiday.
She explains her breakup, gives him the blanket and pillow. He says sweet dreams and kisses her. She asks if he wouldn't mind doing that again, and yeah, they get it on. She likes kissing Jude Law, it turns out.
It's a shocker.
She's kissing him and assessing all of this. Just rattle him, get into him.
Get him rattled.
Get into him. Amanda wants to bang a random. She says do the unexpected, and she says he is definitely unexpected. She mentions her ex said she's bad at sex. That is brutal.
First of all, why would they tell her that she's bad at sex? And second of all, no, she isn't.
I mean...
I'm not buying that.
No.
And even Jude Law's not buying it. He's like, I don't think that's true.
He's like, no.
No.
How's that, Doug? She takes the bottle and leads him upstairs, and it's really sexy when she does that. Yeah? No?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, kinda.
No?
I'm not a big Cameron
You don't think
Diaz
there's something
guy.
about Mary?
No, she's cute in that, but I don't think she's like, no.
She's funny, though.
She's funny. No, I like Cameron Diaz for what she is. She's good at this.
For what she is, an A-list actor.
Is she still A-list?
B-list, probably now. Once you bang a good Charlotte, you're B-list, man.
Remember that there sex tape with Jason Segel?
Rough watch. Mentioning Jack Black again, that was a reunion.
He owns the porn company. Is it Pornhub or is it?
I saw that in the cinema.
I seen it. I went with my wife. You see that?
It was brutal.
It wasn't good at all.
It was not good.
And I liked it. I thought she really loves Jason Segel, and we both kind of like Cameron Diaz, but that just didn't work.
They pure tried to make it a thing because like even Bad Teacher, that sucked, man.
Oh, she was in that as well, where she's like, I guess the whole thing that she was going for at that time was like, look at me, I can embrace being sexual.
It's Jennifer Aniston later did it with the Horrible Bosses.
She did it well though. She's great.
She did it
in
great.
Horrible Bosses.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, that film looked like it was going to be terrible, and it wasn't great, but she's really good in it.
Horrible Bosses was funny, man.
First one was decent. Second one unnecessary.
Chris Pine was good in it, though.
There is a couple of good
I remember
laughs.
being shocked he was in a sequel like that. I couldn't believe he was in that.
Oh no, he would do any old shit as well.
Chris Pine's great, man. I love him.
I like him as well, but like, you know that he doesn't say naughty much anymore.
He doesn't say naughty much. The morning after, Amanda plays with the coffee machine as Jude Law handsomely wakes up and puts on his glasses and becomes even more handsome. He plugs in the coffee machine for her and tells her ex was wrong about her, meaning the pumping.
Yes.
Graham gets a call. He says he'll deal with it later. We noticed this. He says his life is a little complicated.
And Diaz notices that there's a girl that phones him. She looks at it and says, was it Sophia or something like
Yeah.
that? And she says, sorry for looking. This happens later on in the movie, which we'll get to as well.
We get the classic morning after kind of stuff. They talk themselves out of each other.
In films, it happens in all films. This classic awkward, so I'll be seeing you sort of thing. So just...
They need to do the dance, man.
Have you ever done this dance?
The morning after?
Aye.
Yes.
Is it like this though? Is it like a movie where you're like, oh, I'll be seeing you? Or do you just leave, man? Hey, I'm going to phone a taxi.
A little we call him A and a little we call him B, man. Classic morning after stuff. They talk themselves out of each other, but they really like each other. Graham says he's having dinner with friends tonight at a pub and invites Amanda. And invites Diaz. He says she's welcome, but if not, that's okay too. He tells her she's lovely, and she says he's lovely too. I like that.
She says she won't fall in love with him. And I'm like, calm down, man. Just met him an hour ago.
You see him in his glasses?
And maybe when he puts the glasses on, she's like, I love you.
He looks like Superman when he puts on the glasses.
It's weird how he looks more buff and strong.
He maybe could have played Superman. He could have played Zod. He definitely could have played Zod in something, man. Amanda is at... I thought it was so weird when he was in Captain Marvel.
So he was.
He was done at that point, and I don't mean that rude, but...
Did you like the Sherlock films he was in?
He was great in them. He was great because he was the side character. He was brilliant.
It
in
would have
them.
been a Sherlock.
Aye. Saying that, Downey Jr. would have been an interesting Watson, maybe?
I don't think so. He wasn't even that interesting Sherlock.
I liked him in that. I thought Guy Ritchie shot the fuck out of that first one.
The movies are okay. He's just being Robert Downey Jr. though. He's not really being Sherlock. He's just being like, look at how handsome and charming I am.
Robert Downey Jr. auditioned for the role of Graham in this.
And he never got it.
He never got it.
Is this pre-Iron Man though, before anybody trusted
2
him?
years before, he's just coming right off his return to the A-list status. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. He's the hottest property in the world.
Is he though? Because I still feel that before Iron Man, it was good, but people still never really trusted him.
No, man, he was way back, man. He was back after The Sign Detective with Mel Gibson.
They weren't really big A-list movies. I mean, they're good film, but like
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang's a masterpiece.
I love that movie, but I'm not talking about like the quality of his work. I was just talking about the actual how people would see him like as a marketing thing on a poster. Was he a leading man at this point?
I mean, he's definitely a leading man.
He
definitely,
is now.
but
was he then?
He's still building a wee bit. The same
Because I know
year,
that Favreau had to fight for him to buy Iron Man.
same year he does like A Scanner Darkly, which he is phenomenal.
It's
in.
not a good film though.
It's a great movie.
Is that the one I'm thinking of, the
that.
weird animated one?
Yeah, the rotoscope. I love that. Richard Linklater, man. That's a great movie, Rido. He was led along with this production. Him and someone else, who was it? They were sitting in opposite actors countless times and stuff like that. I think it's a smart choice, man. Downey Jr. wouldn't have worked on this.
Not as Graham, not as that character.
Jude Law works in
He
this.
would have worked as Jack Black's character.
Yeah. As a composer with the
Yeah.
heart, I would have bought that. It'd have been a
Or
nice
even
side to
as
him.
that Jasper guy, Robert Downey Jr. would have been good for that.
I like
The
Downey.
sleazy ex-boyfriend guy he could have done.
He does that too much, man. I like when he gets to play a bit of a warmer character. Tony was kind of a scumbag for time to time, and I know
He
that's
was a scumbag, he was a worker though.
he's yeah, but it shouldn't have took like only pretty much the ending
The end of the entire universe
to
being at risk for him to turn
feel
good.
something with him,
Yeah.
man. The bit where he
Him and when he gets a daughter though, and all the interactions with his daughter are beautiful.
I'd say it was cuter with the wee boy in the third one. I like that. Wee
But that was
relationship,
probably
man.
what made him want to be a dad, maybe.
Don't know what made
Sorry,
him
we're
want
just
to be
getting
a
deep
damn
into Iron Man here.
fucking hell, man. Amanda is at the airport and patches it. New trailer. We get more narration, kind of funny. It's a rom-com now. Iris wakes up, she dances in bed, and not even Kate Winslet can make this charming. This is brutal.
This is so cheesy. And my wife says, like, I have never been this happy in my entire life, is the way she pretends to be. When she wakes up, the blinds go up, she presses the wee button, the blinds go down, and she starts dancing in her bed as if she's having the time of her life. And I'm like, fuck off.
This should have been cut.
This should definitely have been cut. This is bullshit. This is proper rom-com, cheesy, should have been left in the 80s stuff.
Jasper calls and ruins the whole thing, asking to send Pages for review. She gives in. He calls her his little survival kit.
And he says something like, I was thinking about you in that little red bikini.
Yeah.
I was like, you just get engaged yesterday?
He has to pretend he's on the phone to someone else at some point because the fiance's there. He's talking about this bikini. That's gross, man. He's a pure scumbag.
Scummy, isn't he?
Sitting there, man, with his big mad eyes, just breathing, man, tugging it.
Oh, he's a disgusting.
At least he's no shagging Dougs.
Well, I suppose he's a dog.
He is a
Woof,
dog.
woof.
Cremo shag him, man. Why is he no thumped him?
I don't think Iris has told him. Maybe she's too
She
ashamed or something.
couldn't, man. He'd be in Graham's basement.
Aye, with his missus.
He'd be in what he calls a dog pound. Man, he doesn't know what dog pound is, but he knows what pounding dogs is. Graham gets to the pub as Let Go kicks in by Fro. He greets his friend and he is really happy to notice Amanda on the horizon as she has been waiting for him.
This shot's a bit cheesy.
This is beautiful. I like all this.
No, this could have been shot better though.
This is
He
stunning.
sits down and he looks and she's sitting across the room perfect. There's almost like a angelic glow behind her and it's all like in slow motion. She's like,
This is, I like all of this,
fuck
man.
this, man.
Iris meets Arthur, played by Eli Wallach, and
Thank God this movie starts getting good.
this thing kicks in, man. These two together kill me, man.
Do you know why? Because they're amazing actors.
They are so great. Iris says she is from Surrey. Iris stops to ask if this elderly man needs help.
Yeah, he's walking down the road. He's not even on the pavement. I think he's just in the middle of the road by himself.
He
right?
looks a wee bit lost, I
Yeah.
think, is how it goes. She says she's from... He asks where she's from. She says Surrey. He says Cary Grant was from Surrey. She asks, how does he know that?
He
says,
told me.
He told me.
That's cool, man.
That's so cool,
That's how you
man.
name drop. It's so cool, like that.
But he does it just as if it's nothing.
And he's not name dropping, like he's just telling her a story. To
Yes.
him, that's nothing.
This was a guy I knew, and that's what he said
Yeah.
to me. He explains what a meet cute is to Iris. He was a writer. It's evident in his quips, and he rhymes them off so well despite his age, man. Iris helps him every step of the way. She notices his accolades and then how frail he is.
Yeah. Shows her out in his house as well, and he looks a bit lonely. He's got like a sandwich there. I don't know how long it's been there, that kind of thing.
You worried about that sandwich, Rydell?
No, but you know what I mean? He's an old guy. Like,
Should
he's
they
got a piece
wrapped it in plastic, man, with jinx in it?
No, I just put
It's tuna.
I'm just saying, you know, that it's something that you can't chew. It has to be some sort of spread.
Oh, it's tuna for the other day, man. It's minging, man.
It's warm tuna.
Oh, it's full of wasps. And
Room
he's
temperature tuna.
He's took a bite out of Ryan. It's full of wasps, man.
Oh, they're already smooth.
He's moved so
He's slavering
slowly,
wasps.
man. He has to write because he can't talk.
All your eyes has helped me. Wasps.
Jack Black's like
Buzzy, buzzy, buzz, buzz. Jack Black shop.
He's
Just writing them notes.
He's
Please
just
shut up.
greeting, man.
Phone ambulance.
Jasper's like, can I pump you? Graham's like, where's
I'm
the
not a
dog?
dog.
He explains what a meet cute is. She notices his accolades and then how frail he is. I love all of this,
Yeah.
and you need Kate Winslet for this.
Yeah, you need somebody who's good at acting.
He thanks her for rescuing him. She notices his quiet life and asks him to dinner.
Nah, she sees this sandwich and she's like, try to go to dinner.
That's full of wasps. What the fuck, mate? There's no protein in them. Arthur regales tales of so we get this dinner where Arthur's regaling tales of the golden age of Hollywood, obviously caught up in every bit of this, man. The
He's
score-
talking about old timey Hollywood land and all his pals and all the life it used to be and how magical it was. She asks him if it was as magical as they think, and he says it was even better.
It was even better. He asks why a beautiful girl like Iris did all of this. Why is she here and why is she having dinner with an elderly man on a Saturday night? She explains the Jasper situation in the best way possible. Arthur calls him a schmuck.
Yeah.
You hear every bit of that. It sounds great. She confirms he is a schmuck. He says, she asks how does he know this? He says because he let her go. He tells her she is a leading lady. It's beautiful, man.
Here's my big issue with this movie. It's like this scene and the scene before this is ripped out of a completely different film. Like, I just want to see a full movie, an entire 90-minute film about these two. She's somebody going to come over to be a carer or something like that. She works in some care home with this old guy. She doesn't know that he's to a screenwriter. They form a relationship. She gets his confidence back or whatever the fuck to go to this award show. Like, give me this full film.
What is it called, man? I'm in. What are we calling it? The old guy?
The silver screen.
Oh! How much do you want?
Do you know what I mean? Though, like, that's a pure Oscar bait
Film
movie.
4 would froth at that, man.
Exactly. Give me that film. But there's a little condensed version of that movie in this movie, and it feels like it was written by a different person. It's all so nice. Then it's jammed into this shite.
Kid, we love it. Unfortunately, we still want you to put Jack Black in it.
We need to get Jack Black and Cameron Diaz in there somewhere. Can we work around
The
it?
kids love this Jack Black.
Have you heard this Scooby-Doo thing that he's doing?
The morning after, Diaz was wrecked last night. It's quite funny. She finds a bra she took off. Graham plays with her a little and it's really cute. They didn't sleep together because she was wasted.
I like the fact that he says, like, no, I didn't have sex with you because I tend not to have sex with girls that are unconscious. Mad woke. Jude Law there.
The dog, however...
The dog got pumped rotten, man. You fell asleep and me and fucking Harvey had it.
The dog was sober. The dog was sober.
No, I dropped the dog had had.
She asked why he stayed. He says because she asked him to. Graham gets another call and he takes it outside.
From a different girl's name.
This looks way too casual to be talking to your daughter, man. See if you took a call outside and you were laughing like this and all that, and I'd be like, why is he talking to you?
Plus, we meet his wains later, they're not that funny.
I'd be like, why is he talking to, like, it's some idiot that he talks about the football?
Aye, it's like, I'm talking to you.
No,
He is overacting here. Also, how are these two girls, I don't know what age they're, about, I would say maybe 4 and 6 or 7 years old. How have they got their own individual mobile phones that they're phoning their dad on? Because his phone goes and it comes up his daughter's names.
Have you seen
separately.
The Housemate?
Oh, these are Tories. I've got problems with these lasses, I'm sorry. I know they're supposed to be adorable, but these rich bastards.
They're right out of Charles Dickens, aren't they, man?
You can tell, and my wife actually pointed this out, you can tell that these kids were written by Americans, but they think English kids sound like.
Oh, definitely, man.
Because nobody talks like this.
No.
But they talk quite proper, like...
Hello,
governor.
It's lovely to meet you.
My name's Sophie. Come into my house. I'm going to do a curtsy for you.
It's Olivia. We're cute little girls.
Man, Scrooge would throw a coin at these people and tell them to go and buy a turkey.
I would throw a coin at these two.
I bet to fucking deck them.
Bang on, man. If this... Graham takes Amanda out. They go for a meal at some fancy looking place. She asks him a bunch of questions. He asks questions in return. Amanda...
It's like an interview rather than a date.
He says that himself. Yeah. Amanda tells a story about her parents broke up, and it's awful, to be fair. She really sells this, and this is the whole crux of Amanda, the character. It's brutal. She buried that deep, and that's what's causing this heart.
I get it. I understand, and she acts fine. I mean, she lives it well. Not as well as Kate Winslet. But I just don't care about this crying thing. They're really trying to sell this she can't cry thing, and I just don't care. I'm sorry, I know I'm a cold-hearted bastard, but I'm like... Also, by the way, remember this is a Christmas movie? Nothing so far Christmassy has happened at all.
The cottage is cozy.
We're halfway through the film. The cottage, get a bit of snow on the roof, that's it.
What do you want?
It could just be the middle of January.
Man, they go to the pub and that.
You can go to the pub any time of the year. And you go to the pub and it's not even fucking decorated.
Sorry, man.
Saying this isn't a Christmas film.
She toughened up and she doesn't cry anymore. Graham says he cries all the time and it's lovely. I like that. That's a nice thing to see in a movie still.
Yep.
They fool around the gardens in Canoodle. They kiss against a tree like a Beatles video.
Yeah, this is a bit of a montage here, isn't it, of them having a good date.
Hans gets a wee bit playful with the ukulele or whatever. Dun, 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 dun. You notice that?
Oh, he has to do something. Oh, at this point he's still trying, isn't he?
I'd have been like, what if we went like this, Nancy?
Nancy's like, please not.
Please, man, why do you bring 5 beats?
Nancy, I've got an idea. And she's like, this is a rom-com, Hans.
Man,
Oh, I miss Chris.
even Nolan didn't want it in.
I know, it doesn't seem like...
He wanted something playful.
It's
like
fine
this.
for like the Batman movies, but seeing he started doing it in Interstellar and all that, you're like, Hans, man, got to stop that.
When he calmed down.
Inception.
He's
Wheels
just-
mad spinning a dreidel, he's like... "Brrr."
He's Tesla. He does it with his move right though. He runs out of the mic and goes,
he's like Michael Winslow for Police Academy.
but only that
He does
noise.
He composes all this beautiful music on a piano and stuff and on this guitar, but then when he does the... it's just... "Brrr."
Leo, you ever heard of a drone? Leo goes, what's a drone? And he goes,
Leo's like, can we fire him? He's like, no, I can't fire him.
what age is your daughter, Hans? 25?
Too young, man.
No, man.
Oh,
Just right. Leo, would you see yourself in next? Her? Iris welcomes Miles. She says she's having a Hanukkah party. I love this scene. These are some great character actors having fun together.
a bunch of great actors around a table and
We
Jack Black.
Get Papa David there. He is great in this. I think, yeah, their chemistry with Jack Black is... This scene's electric, man. Do you agree?
This is a good scene.
You like this?
Again, see all the bits with Arthur in it. This is fine. It's a totally different movie. I'm loving all this, despite Jack Black being there.
There is so much respect at this table between these people.
And there's like real respect, obviously, between the characters, but also the actors as well. Like,
yeah.
Like they know, like Jack Black, for all the things I say about Jack Black, like he clearly knows.
He knows
he's in the room with you,
absolutely,
do you know what I mean?
and
he knows his place as well. That he's no the big star here.
But he talks the gentleman up.
Of course,
It's so.
that's
lovely,
it. I'm sure.
man.
I've got nothing against Jack Black. I'm sure he's a very, very nice guy. For what I've heard, it's just that singing stuff that he does, man. Why does he need to do it all the time?
Arthur says he had the greatest girl. The whole table
This is
agree.
so sweet, man.
This is so lovely. There's a joke about her ass, but it's so respectful. He loved his wife and he wrote her into everything.
Every time he wrote a woman, he was writing her.
That's the sweetest thing in the world,
Yeah.
man. The Miles is asked about his relationship status. He says he's dating an up-and-coming actress. The table asks where she is. He says she's working on location on an indie. Arthur says her loss is their gain, with a wink in his eye. It's gentlemen appreciating each other's company.
It also looks at Iris here
Yes.
as if like fucking he's alright, by the way.
Fucking go for it.
Go for it. He's giving her that look as if like he's. I mean, I watched Jack Black, but one, he's alright.
Your man's cheating on you. Your brother's pumping dogs. Americans took your house. Go for it, man. Ride the blackjack.
Oh, nice. Oh, you know he calls it that. He's called it that himself.
Oh, man. He has.
He's done that scat thing during sex.
I think he's lovely. I think he's just lovely, man.
I like him as a person.
I think...
I need less of this Scooby-Doo stuff, and it needs to stop. It happens far too often.
I think he's so cute, man. I love Jack Black, man.
Be Kind, Rewind. You're a big fan of that movie?
My wife and you. You've never spoke to Amanda. You've never spoke to my wife about this.
About that particular film? No. I like most
Both
definitely.
of you spit venom independently whenever I raise that movie. That is a fantastic picture, man.
I didn't mind. The concept's quite cute. But is it they lose all the movies, so they have to redo them all by themselves?
It kind of loses itself in that, I'm pretty sure.
That's the concept, though,
the
generally,
end,
isn't it? And then they
yeah.
become sort of cult hits.
Yeah.
People prefer them over the original movies.
I
Is that
love
right?
him and Mo, man. I think they're great together, man. Okay.
Tell what it's
You
like.
didn't rewind, man.
Oh no, fucking fast forward to the end of that film.
Do you like Moose in it, man? Are you...
I do like him. 16 Blocks was alright as well.
I loved him in that, and everybody slated him and me for it. I had to defend that for... I still
he was
defend
fine in
that
the
film.
film.
People hate him in that movie.
Why?
He's brilliant in that film, man.
I think so too.
I
He's
love
a
that
good
movie.
actor and an amazing rapper. It's kind of weird. What a career he's had. That's strange.
He's
career.
a great musician, man. Iris and Miles discuss Arthur and his legacy. Arthur gave Iris a list of classic movies to watch, and they discuss this throughout the movie. It's lovely.
How has she not seen these movies? Some of the movies she lists, I'm like, how have you not seen that?
Some of the books Cameron Diaz had on the plane were shocking that she hadn't read. Some classics.
Oh, I hadn't even. Didn't know the titles.
You definitely had some Jonathan Franz. Atonement was there. It's purposeful.
Yeah, but that is, she does mention that she's never read a book before. At one point, remember, she says, I've been too busy, I've never read a book, I just read magazines.
Yeah.
Most people are like that now. I've been listening to audiobooks a lot more lately.
So is my wife.
I just finished Matthew Perry's.
Yeah, you said it's devastating.
Jesus, suffering, fuck, man.
Yeah.
Don't listen to it. It's not good.
Dead
it's
sad.
good, but it's just pure one sad story after another. There's no like good point where you're like, and then I was happy. It was just like, for 16 years old until he died, it was just sounded miserable.
Money doesn't equate
No.
happiness. It doesn't, man, despite whatever anybody. It helps in some situations, but it doesn't equate happiness, man. He was great, man. Matthew Perry was fantastic.
It's incredible, eh? It is.
I love when Iris mentions that the list of films that Arthur gave to Iris, none of them were written by him.
He just loves film.
What
He's just
a
a fan.
testament to a character, man. Miles kisses her twice, apologises for kissing her twice, and then lingering. He then apologises for lingering. I love all of that. He could have did this. He could have took off on a rom-com approach. I think he's so handsome. I really do, man.
Yeah, I mean, I joke about how like he's punching and stuff, but it's just because it's Kate Winslet. They just don't.
It's because we idolise Kate Winslet. However, I believe all of this. He's so lovely in this.
Oh no, totally. I was only joking. Like,
he looks so fine in a suit as well, by the way, which he's always wearing in the film.
no, he's a handsome guy. I think that my problem with Jack Black in real life is that he dresses like a 12-year-old.
So do I.
Aye, so do you, but you're no Jack Black.
No, but
Do you know what I mean?
he
can afford to dress anyway, and he wears like fucking see these shorts with your balls hanging at the bottom of them. We've all got a pair.
You've seen my pair and you've seen my boys.
I've seen your balls. I just done say
My wife brought up these shorts to my parents a while ago, and she's like, he keeps wearing them in Ryan's home.
and I just let them dangle, man.
He's met the twins a couple of times, man. Iris loves all of this, what Miles is doing. He validates her, man. I like this.
Yeah,
A new Amanda trailer. I laugh at this.
she's in the bath. I like the fact this bath's tiny and her legs are falling off the side of it. Do you notice that?
It looks great visually.
Sorry.
She tells the narrator to shut up.
This must be some kind of mental health disorder that she's got.
You think she's hearing this, man?
Aye, she is, because she actually audibly tells the narrator to shut up. Do you think she's got like, some sort of thing? Where,
Is
like,
she mad or no?
well, she's just having trailers in her head. Like, imagine you wake up every morning and you have a narrator in your head, but not like a narrator like, I'm talking like a trailer narrator. Imagine you woke up, Kern woke up in the morning, brushed his teeth and had a wank. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Ryan, did you hear that?
but no,
That's what I did today.
I know, I was there.
Oh no, you're getting away too much. We get a great match cut here. I thought this was tremendous. As Amanda Diaz comes out the bath, the splash comes into the puddle in the exterior of the pub. It looks so great, man. This cut is fantastic.
Didn't notice it.
It looks amazing, man. It's the splash in the puddle as she actually goes to Graham's place. Which
This house, by the way, what is this house? So this
It
looks
is
like an abbey.
mad. He's a editor. How?
Book editor. No, but doesn't he say at one point that he owns the company or something like that?
Right, okay. Did he inherit the company?
It does. I wasn't really listening. I was listening, but like it does kind of, they gloss over it as only one sentence, but he does say something about how I think he owns the publishing house or something like that.
Right, okay.
So he's like the chief editor of a publishing house. He doesn't just write books. He like edits.
Right.
So maybe it's like Penguin
he's
or
helped-
something like that. And
He's helped Iris out, man, with money because she saw him with the ducks.
Oh,
and she's just blackmailing him, man, because of the dogs.
That makes so much sense. That's it. That's what's happened. We're going to go with that theory. He's a dog pumper. I just found out about it, and it's blackmail, and that's how she's got so much money. That's how she can just fly to LA whenever she wants.
Dog
That
pumper.
dirty dog money.
Man, he pumps dogs. Ryan, man. Oh, we need to put jingle bells there, some of this dog pumping stuff, man, because like the movie, this isn't very Christmassy, this dog pumping.
Well, the reason we haven't spoke about Christmas much is because this isn't a Christmas movie.
His pockets are full of dog treats.
He doesn't even own a dog. He can't. The vet says he's not allowed to anymore.
Graham looks as though he's in the middle of something. What, man?
Pump my dog.
He's in the middle of a dog.
Right. Oh, I hate it. Right.
Something's going on with him. He's too perfect, man. This is apparently his big dirty shame, right?
He's got two beautiful kids.
He looks as if he's in the middle of something. He certainly has company. Amanda is freaked out as she meets Graham's two daughters, two beautiful little English characters, straight out of like
Dickens.
A Tale of Two Cities.
Aye, it's crazy.
Alright, Amanda, are you from the Big Apple?
What's it like there over in America?
You sounded like that wee lassie. Were you her? I'm squinting.
I wish, man.
I'm looking at the ages, man. But you know about this age? No.
2004, no. It was high school, man.
Man. Sophie and Olivia, who are just as English and as charming as him, they invite Amanda in. She's out of depth, but she's curious.
In fairness to her, she like immediately gets on with his Wayne straight away, and they pure fall in love with her
the
instantly.
Chemistry in this house is beautiful, man. I love.
I do like the
this.
scene. I do get a laugh. I think my first laugh of this movie is when they take that bag off her, being like, "Are these for us?" And she's like, "Oh, sorry about the wine."
It's basically a wee kit, man. She knew.
That's a wee overnight bag.
She should have apologised for something else in the bag. But she's not going to mention it.
Some Johnnies.
I thought a big rubber thing, man.
Is that Jinx is bringing
He
that?
likes to greet.
What's that?
He likes to greet.
Aye.
Man, she would rattle him with this, wouldn't she?
Oh, 100%.
And that's fine.
Oh,
That's cool.
I'm basing this on nothing other than my instinct. My instinct's usually right.
That's cool.
Cameron Diaz, man, loves a strap.
Man, she's rattled both of the good Charlotte boys.
Oh man, Lifestyles
Nicole
are rich and
Richie's
famous.
fine, mate, man.
She watches.
That's
You
fine.
know they go to those mad weird Hollywood parties.
We get this bit with hot chocolate that's very cute. We get this count on how many marshmallows are in. I'd count each marshmallow, man. Are you doubting this?
No, I'm not doubting it.
Janky shafting them on the marshmallows.
5 marshmallows in a cup's a bit much. Is that not going to soak up your hot chocolate? Make these marshmallows massive? Is it bit? I don't to be seeing the marshmallows because I've got logistical questions here. Is it big marshmallows or is it those wee tiny ones? So next up, after the whole marshmallow conversation, we get Mr. Napkinhead.
He's so brilliant at this, man.
This isn't exactly the claw.
This is cute though, man. See, when the kids only smoke that spoon, you can't smoke a spoon, you weirdo napkin.
You love this guy.
What does he eat?
You wish it was your dad?
My dad would never. He barely looks at me when he talks to me, man.
That's so sad.
I love my dad so much, man. He listens to this.
Does he?
Oh, of course he does, wee Bilbo.
I hope he's enjoying it. I hope he's enjoying all the dog shagging part.
You and my wee dad get on great, don't you? It's funny. You have your wee conversations.
Do you know what's weird, man? I like your parents better than like my parents.
They love you more than they love me. Man, we should do an exchange.
Oh, like Wife Swap. Remember that show Wife Swap? But it's just we swap parents.
It's like the holiday, except your parents are
We should do the holiday, but with our parents. I live in your childhood home. You live in my childhood
Your
home.
dad would hate what I'm all about, man.
Oh, he
it
would,
would
man.
be funny, man. What's happening, Mr. W? You know Roy for The Simpsons?
Aye.
On the Poochie episode?
That's right, aye. But I'm just saying that, like, if you lived in my house with my parents, you wouldn't last a night, I don't think.
Would I not, man?
No, man, my dad would say something homophobic or something. Even though you're no gay, but, you know, he sees your haircut and he would say something.
And I kick off. He'd have me in the military before the
My
week
mom,
was
but
done.
just leave it.
Leave the boy alone.
Meanwhile, I'm sitting in between your mum and damn arms of him.
Thanks, mister.
We've got a big bucket of popcorn and we're watching the football.
He's matching jammies. That's really funny to me for some reason.
I love you guys.
Aye. They don't want me back.
I got the show finishes and the camera crew, right, we need to get here. And I'm like, no. I love you. Is that not the rules? I won the competition. They're like, it wasn't a competition, it's an experiment show. And I'm like, no.
And I come to the door and I'm greeting and I've no
I open
way
the door
to
and I'm
go.
like, who are you?
Can we talk about how he's single in this tune as a widow? Is it the dog pumping? Is that all it is?
That's why he's single.
Why else, man? No way.
Also,
Has he just pumped his way through it already?
I think he's just a shagger. I think he just goes round the town. I think he just likes being a
Free agent.
free agent. He's like, I suppose, a Barney Stinson type guy.
Does Mr. Napkinhead and we all swoon? I'd be riding him back to LA, man. I wouldn't even need a plane, man. I would just ride that Napkinhead back to LA, man.
Oh, you know that fucking Diaz, when she gets her strap on, then it's like, put the napkin back on.
The glasses, I know.
She just cuts a wee hole in the napkin where his mouth is.
And she's like, I want to call you Napkinhead, man.
And she's pure in it. She just goes, and he's like, this is something to do with my veins, man. Please,
Man, that napkin is barely anything by the end.
That was
It's just
sticking to his
mush.
face.
You know when it turns into wee white bits
Aye, it's like seeing you try to wipe up a stain that's far too big.
and it falls apart, man.
Aye, oh.
It's like
See those bounty adverts where
Bit
it's
with
like the
fanny
wee
juice.
shitey napkin and then the bounty one, they would rinse it and it wouldn't break.
Oh, the Charmin.
Charming.
Charmin Bear was great, man. Bounty was good, I know.
Aye.
Are they still both in the game? Are they still kicking a ball? Won?
Bounty isn't called Bounty anymore because there was a big lawsuit with the chocolate company. But
No,
you
there
can't
wasn't.
call it- They've called it something else. It still exists, but it's
They
not called
went
Bounty.
to war? How do you know about this? That's weird.
I'm into all the lawsuit games. You know me. I'm
I
lawsuit
bet
daft.
yous a die, you know a couple of things like that about like kitchen roll and that, man.
Aye.
Kitchen items,
Aye.
practical items.
Aye. Kitchen knows the
You
best,
know
man.
way more than that than me, man.
I know that like
Temperatures
I know that you rip a kitchen roll off and then you huff it to
to
double up.
preserve.
Aye.
Can I tell you a secret about me? I go through kitchen roll like I take leisure in it, man. It soaks up things like you wouldn't believe.
It's brilliant. But you need to buy the good stuff.
So I should be hoffing it, man.
Aye. But you need to huff it.
There's too many milligrams
ways.
in that, man.
You can't huff it sideways because then it'll rip. You need
Could
to
I
huff
go
it
a
down the way
quart,
and it will
man?
No. You need to do it the exact right way because it will rip.
Would you do as an
perfectly
eighth,
down the
man? One tick.
middle. Much.
I need an 8th one tick, please. Amanda loses her mind when she sees it. It's kind of funny. Mr. Napkinhead is amazing. He pretends to smoke a spoon. I go on about Napkinhead a bit. They say they have a tent and they want Amanda to come and see it.
This isn't a tent. This is one of those wedding tents, man. Have you seen the size of this fucker?
This thing's for Hook. Remember that thing?
Oh, this is the one for Hook. This looks amazing, but
This is beautiful,
no
man.
little girl's room looks like this in real life. I've got two of them. They're a mess. There's Lego pieces everywhere. There's fucking Barbies with their heads blown off. This room is immaculate.
Your Wayne's room's more like Sid's room.
Oh, it is. That's me.
Big Toy
At
Stories.
least Sid's room looked like a kid's room.
Your Waynes are doing mad experiments and toys. You need to be worried.
Aye, there. I encourage it, man. Sid was...
Are you doing it with them?
Aye.
Here, check this out. Burning in action, man.
Here, yeah, get a magnifying glass. Let's do some science.
Man.
This scene was nice and stuff until when the girl goes, we're like the Three Musketeers.
Which references back to what Amanda called herself and her parents. That's kind of cool, man. There's burping and English playfulness. There's a Three Musketeers reference. Amanda is blown away by this. Graham takes her hand at this point. Olivia compliments everything about Amanda. I love that scene, man.
She shows like one of my Barbies.
Yeah. Because she's so glamorous and they've not had a woman's influence for a while, and it really means something. I think all of this is so beautiful. They say they never have grown-ups here that are girls, and they really like it.
It's just full of dogs all the time.
Daddy always just puts on the doggy, where's the dogs at song and has lots of dogs around?
How much is that doggy in the window? We don't know.
He's just got a play mix of this fucking music with dogs, man.
He's just got the full Doggy Style album by Snoop Dogg.
And he's just got this Atmos track that he recorded himself at the park, man. It's minging. He calls them woof legs, bootlegs, but with dogs. Man, it's minging.
His favourite film is Pause by Billy Connolly.
Hey, Rido! Is it true that Jude Law loves my picture Pause?
Oh, did Jude Law want to pump me?
He asked if I had an 18 cut.
I tell him to get down the barras. He's like, what's the barras?
Amanda can't figure out why he didn't tell her about his daughters. I truly love this following scene. He gives a really good explanation and performance here. He doesn't know where he is or who he is. He gets a piece of himself from time to time. He's also terrified about getting from one day to the next, and he's afraid of someone disrupting his setup with his girls. I really love that, man. He's talking about what I imagine being like being a parent, which is that often sometimes you don't feel too sexy. You've got the stains on you. You're surviving.
When does Jude Law not feel sexy? But
I know, but
these words have less impact when it's somebody that gorgeous.
He's a parent though, man. He's got babysitters. I know what you mean, but however, he's still a character.
It would be better if he was a bit dishevelled looking and actually looked like he was struggling. But every time you see him, he looks immaculate. He's out every weekend, every night at the pub.
He answered the door with his shirt untucked, man, and a button undone.
Oh my god, anarchy. But do you know what I mean? Like, he's out every night, going to the pub, getting pissed, sleeping in his sister's couch instead of getting home to his wains. It's a bit weird. Like, we're trying to get sympathy for this character, but at the same time, he's away being a shagger every other night.
That doesn't mean anything at all. He could have got somebody to watch the wains, and he's still 100% as a widow entitled to a life.
I'm not saying that.
And as a parent entitled to a life.
Aye, it is, but then he gives a speech about how, I've not got a life. And she's like, you fucking have. We've seen you, haven't it? You've been pumping Cameron Diaz all week.
Oh, he's just explaining his lifestyle, though. I get it.
I know what you're trying to say. But it goes against what we've seen of him so far. We've seen of him being this eligible bachelor shagger guy, not this sad guy who would have been more human.
If I was in his situation, I would be so scared to talk about that as well, I think. Do you not think it's nice, the words he's saying about, like, it's important not just to feel like a dad all the time. It's important that you still remember you were a person before being a father.
Yeah, no, it is.
I like that.
No, everything he says is right, and I agree with what he's saying in the speech. It's just that's not what his character's shown so far. To me, like, it just goes against what we've seen of him. And maybe they just had to do a better job before this scene of showing us more of him.
Okay.
Because he's too immaculate for me. Everything he does is perfect. He looks perfect. He's charming. He's always out being sociable. Do you know what I mean? Like, we don't see him struggle for this scene to really have the impact it should have. I want to see him struggling a wee bit, basically. Give me the Snyder cut of this, but it's just him depressed for the first hour of it. Earn it.
Brown cinematography, pumping dogs, man.
That's what I want.
Henry Cavill shows up at the end of Superman. Don't know why, but he does. Graham says they are worlds apart. She's a trailer editor and he is a cow. He is a cow, man.
We never see this cow.
I would not leave. I'd be clapping that cow all day.
Oh, can I clap a cow?
Aye, I've clapped that cow.
Have you?
I've clapped that cow.
In a field?
Aye. Iris wakes up, saying hello to the staff, gets to Arthur's, gives him mail. Arthur chucks it in the bin immediately, and we learn that it's for an event by the WGA. The Writers Guild, yeah.
Writers Guild want to propose a tribute night to him. He doesn't want to go. He doesn't want to hear anything about it. He basically says that it'll make him feel old and that it'll just be him and 13 people in a wee room or something like that.
He's self-conscious because he's a man of a certain age.
Yeah.
Again, this is really great stuff, man.
I'll say it. I love all this stuff with him and Iris in the movie is great. This is a whole other movie inside this movie that I'm interested in. I could care less about Jude Law and Amanda in Jack Black. Well, no Jack Black. He's actually, his character's fine in this, to be honest. But I only care about this stuff. And this is great. This whole scene's good, and the way she convinces him.
I like when she tuts at him. When she says...
It's like a sort of daughter relationship.
Yeah,
like
man.
the daughter who's looking after him, and he knows that she's right, kind of thing.
She just wants the best for him. And
then he says that he also is self-conscious about the way he is physically.
Yeah.
And says that he doesn't want to be seen as the old man, like having to be helped up these stairs.
He can't walk as well as he used to.
And she tells him that they're going to get him in shape. Then we have this really great montage sequence. It's like a workout montage.
This is funny.
Yeah, she's like helping him walk in the pool, and he just falls right under it. Point.
He just stands and goes immediately under. It's really, I'll say cute. That's patronising, but it's cute. Their chemistry's lovely, man.
This and talking about cute scenes, where he gets up for the couch and tries to grab the walker, and she kicks it away from him a wee bit, and he has to walk towards it. It's really nice.
And Winslet is cute the whole time, by the way.
Oh, Winslet's gorgeous.
He tries to get up for something. Iris gradually pushes the walker. Graham calls Iris. Finally, these two talk.
Oh, this is wild.
It took this long.
It is wild it's took this long for them to talk. And what is this, 2006 this movie came out? Text. At the very least, be texting.
There'll be a stranger in my house. Can you check out the house from time to time?
I know that she's done this on a whim, and the whole thing is that they've just done it without thinking, and they went on a day's notice, but it isn't hard to text your brother. By the way, I've swapped houses with some American women, FYI.
FYI, American in-house, SOS.
Aye, going to watch the dog, ... not like that, ...
Graham calls Iris. Finally, these two talk. Iris says Graham should pop over and meet Amanda. I laughed a lot during this scene, right? This is so funny.
No, this is just pure convoluted comedy. They're having the freebie conversation, they're all mixed up with who they're talking to. It's pure basic shite.
Iris quickly, because Graham, they ended up in a freeway situation in this phone call, and
Iris is on the phone to both Amanda and Graham independently.
She's jumping between them both. They independently ask how each other are doing. It's a really cute rom-com moment.
I do like the fact that Iris immediately works out that he shagged her, just by the way they're talking, because she speaks to Amanda. She's like, ask him how he's doing, and then she immediately turns the phone over. Is like, I can't believe you shagged her.
And she delivers it so well.
She delivers it like a big sister, in fairness.
And he reacts like a brother as well. It's great.
But she doesn't actually say it to him.
But it's on to Amanda.
This is that's
so funny, man. Cameron Diaz is humiliated both times it happens to her, because it happens again,
which is kind of funny, but it's just a pure sitcom.
But this time it's a line that's like dropped knickers for somebody or something, and it makes Amanda sound a wee bit classless, and she's like, I'm still on the phone.
It's kind of funny.
Mate.
Also, let's get back to this messenger chat they had when she's like, is there any boys in this town? And she says no. I was like, that's just a flat lie. There's hundreds of guys. Did you see this pub that they go to? It's crawling with fucking dick.
Crawling with dick. My God, man. Miles calls during this, and Iris shouts, "What?"
And he's like, I'm in trouble.
She's going to rent a movie. Miles wants to tag along. They flirt over frappuccinos and movies. Jack Black does all the music with his mouth. Did you love this scene?
This video shop scene. Don't see how he's at this. This is where I tapped out the movie.
This is so great.
So I've never watched this movie before, all the way around, but my wife's watched it a few times, like around about Christmas time, even though it's not a Christmas movie. But anyway, this video shop scene makes me physically shake with rage.
It's so great.
Just Jack Black off this in his fucking contract that he needs to do this in every film. This happens in School of Rock. It happens in High Fidelity. It happens in this. That's 3 movies I can think of off the top of my head. I am sure that there's more. Where it's just like he needs to do the theme song to other songs, but he needs to, what's the word I'm looking for? Scat it. And he does, was it Jaws theme tune? What's that?
He does Chariots, Driving Miss Daisy, which is kind of cool because that's a Hans Zimmer score. He does Gone with the Wind. He does Jaws. I do like the bit where he does The Graduate and Dustin Hoffman's there at the video store. Dustin Hoffman was allegedly just driving past, saw all of the cameras and went in on a whim.
That's fucking amazing.
Oh, this is brutal, man. Oh, Jack Black sees his ex Maggie walking past with her new boyfriend, with her new man, and he runs out. Oh, it's
He does this
brutal.
pure sad guy run. He's like, what the?
Oh.
What?
This is heartbreaking, man.
I
You're
was
laughing.
man.
Oh,
I'm
you
just pissing myself. But also though, like, why is she walking past that video shop? She knows that he likes to hang about out there. You know, Jack Black's.
Do you think they were going to walk and she said, I want to go this way?
Aye, let's go past, see if we can see this fucking dick.
That dick's in
He's
there
always
humming
like-
tunes.
Aye, that's all he does. He goes to the video shop and just goes, Scooby-Doo.
He doesn't even have a video card.
I know, he just goes and just sings all the songs. No, hate him. All the staff in there hate him. They're like, he doesn't buy it. And
They graduate, and Dustin Hoffman is there. He mumbles, can't go anywhere. That's kind of funny.
it's kind of funny. It's a good cameo.
He is heartbroken. She offers tea and he asks for something stronger. She gives him
She
vodka.
gives some vodka. I like the fact that she already has it poured. Like, he says, do you have anything stronger? And she has the vodka in her other hand. That's like she was waiting for him to say that.
Excellent.
She's a good wee carer. See the way she looks after Arthur and the way she's treating Jack Black here.
Yeah.
She's clearly like good at caring for people.
We find out his ex finished the movie and
This is pure
this is
kicking
brutal.
this guy when he's down. It's hilarious though. Like, I found this so funny because I was like, fuck you, Jack.
When you
Black.
go then,
He's a
take it.
pure cuck. She finds out that she's been back in town for ages, but she's been living with that other guy. And it was her birthday last week, and he sent her presents to San Diego.
Man, that's not even the worst
he
part.
waited in line at UPS so he could deliver it or something like that. So it got there in time, and she wasn't even there.
He says that morning on the phone, she said it was snowing outside the window. He said she's in Burbank.
She must have looked up at weather.com.
That is so calculated and brutal, man.
Aye, that's proper cheating behaviour.
You're sitting there howling,
I'm sitting
man.
there like, fuck you, Jack Black, man. You deserve this. I bet if you weren't humming the tunes, man, you are a hummer.
She explains the Jasper situation and how insignificant it made her feel, and we feel all of this because she's so great.
She's a great actress. And then he ends up feeling bad for her.
Jack Black is heartbroken when he listens to her, and again, he sells this. She calculates her heartbreak in years at one point, and that's devastating. She says she basically just has to learn with the fact there's years that don't matter to her anymore. That's awful.
Yeah, I mean, it is a sad story, and Jack Black feels sad for her. They're both basically been heartbroken and they're bonding over it. And then out of nowhere, Jack Black's like, right, it's Christmas Eve, let's have a party. And I'm like, hold on, it's Christmas Eve?
Yeah.
What the fuck? When is this announced? It's just suddenly Christmas Eve and this random Saturday. There's no decorations. This does not feel Christmassy in the slightest. There is no warmth to this movie. There's no coziness to this movie. There's no like, oh, Christmas. This is just like a random rom-com, and then Jack Black just turns around and goes, right, Mo, let's cheer up. We'll make some dinner. It's Christmas Eve. And I'm like, what the fuck? Get on.
He says, let's eat it out on the deck. Let's get some fettuccine, eat it out on the deck, and celebrate being young. He's so cute, though.
Aye, again, it's just the Christmas of it all just gets lost. Why is this a Christmas movie? Nancy Myers just had this movie, and it was getting released in December, and they're like, you can fire some Christmas references in it.
The cottage.
But again, this cottage could have worked as a summer cottage. It was still pretty with the sun behind it and all that.
It works for me with the time of the year. I love the cinematography. I think Dean Cundy does a great job on it. I get your
feel
complaint.
Christmassy, does it?
It does to me a bit, yeah. LA's like that. We know it's sunny. We know it's. I could never
live in LA for Christmas.
I would.
New York, yes.
I have no interest in going anywhere sunny for Christmas at all.
People do. I know people that go like abroad. People go to Tenerife and all that for Christmas because like it's quiet. And I get that it's quiet because everybody's here for Christmas, but I just think I'd be miserable, man. I need the snow and the ice and the coldness and all that shit.
Yeah, I like being cold. Yeah. They get Arthur fitted for a suit. Diaz attempts to make herself cry whilst walking to the cottage. Graham handsomely edits pages in bed with his daughters. Graham thinks to call, but instead shows up and they kiss hard and I think possibly do a lot of mouth stuff.
I just feel one bang.
They bang.
I mean, probably mouth stuff beforehand. You have to call that foreplay.
That is a tasty menu for both.
Oh man, they're both having a good time.
They
man.
are both having a great time.
That is a
mate, man.
good looking fucking shag.
I'd just like to be there and watch.
Aye.
Comment on them both.
I not even watching a keepy, we just watched what you're doing great. By the way.
It'd be like watching art.
Aye, it's like see when you watch like tennis and you're just like going from side to side.
Or a Wes Anderson film. I bet you there's perfect symmetry when they 69.
It's framed beautifully.
Why is the Kinks playing? Miles and Iris are in his studio. He plays Arthur's theme. It is cheeky. I love this.
Oh, Jack Black singing. He couldn't get away with one scene in the video shop. They're like, no, you need to have another scene of you doing more skits.
Is your telly got a big smash in it, man? Did you deck it? Did you
there's
just
just a
stick
shoe
it?
through it. My shoe's just sticking with it. Also, it makes why does Kate Winslet stoop so low to start doing scat as well? She starts doing it along with him. She starts going Scooby Doo. I'm like, Kate, what are you doing?
I bet she demanded $1 million per dupe.
She should. A national treasure like her, man. She was in Titanic. I bet she was hanging off that fucking boat bit.
She was in Avatar 2 as well, mate. Calm down.
She was good in that. Can I say that with a straight face?
I'm going to let you sit with that for a minute, man.
Do you didn't see Avatar 2?
I won't see Avatar 2 ever in my life. Or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 10.
It's mental, man. She's pregnant in it. I think she might have been pregnant in New Life or something like that.
She was. She could only do 3 months
pregnant,
or something.
And I'm not kidding, she is the best part of the movie. She's like, even as a mad blue kangaroo or whatever they are, she's like, you can tell she's a better actor. Like, it's even the humans in the movie.
I don't even want to
She's
talk
the blues.
to you about Avatar, man. I do not get it.
No, it's not good. No, I don't. I'm not saying you should watch Avatar. I'm just saying that even as a boy kangaroo, she's convincing, is what I'm trying to say.
I would get it, man. She is so great. Mayor of Easttown blew my mind.
That's the hard watch, though.
It was so amazing, man. She was such a fucking badass in that, man. That bit where she clears the house, man. Oh my God. It was so tense, and you believe she was a hardened cop in it. He plays Arthur's theme, it's cheeky. He then plays Iris' theme, which I think is lovely.
He says he uses only the good notes for her.
I wrote, what a line. What a line. I only used the good notes.
See, I was liking this scene. I didn't mind when Jack Black's actually singing.
I would have slid off my chair, man.
Oh, that wee wooden piano chair as well. You know she can't stay still on it.
It wasn't the varnish, I'd have said. See if he didn't call this Iris theme and he called it Iris. Giant Johnny Resnick would have been putting round with a baseball bat.
Oh, fuck yeah, that's my song.
Hey, this isn't the City of Angels, bitch.
I will say this, though. Like, I do like Jack Black. I think he's a good singer. Like, when he's actually singing, like, seriously, he's got a decent voice and stuff. Why? This scene, I think, gets ruined when he starts scatting. Why does he do it? I know it's to make him charming and funny, but, like, see, this scene was quite nice up until this point. Then I start groaning. You know, my eyes are rolling to the back of my head at this point. I'm like, oh, you fucked it. And then she starts doing it, and I'm like, Kate, what are you doing?
He's breaking through, though. Ultimately, that goofiness that's who Iris is, it turns out, though, and I think it's so lovely that he brings it out in her. Amanda and Graham in bed, they talk long distance relationships. Amanda is doing everything to talk herself out of something.
She's all doom and gloom about it, basically.
Yeah, she looks for any reason to talk herself out of any bit of happiness.
Oh, and then he says he loves her.
He is way too quick with that, man.
It's been like 3 days.
Hold!
It's mental that he pulls out the L word here, and she's loving it, and then he gives this big disgusting speech about love and all that, and I'm just broken.
No, I love
Oh, I know you do.
when he
fucking
says
dick.
it's a package deal. He is a package deal and it's free for the price of one. I love that, man.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's me, it's my daughters and I, not the other way about. Amanda says she wasn't expecting an I love you. She asks him to be quiet and kisses him. We get Just for Now by Imogen Heap. Miles and Iris are at lunch. They're getting some, it looks like a nice sushi meal here, perhaps. Is that a sushi meal? Got a bento box, maybe? I don't know. Did you clock this? No.
It's sushi.
Sushi?
If I'd says to her at one point when he goes to leave, your salmon rolls aren't here yet.
That's
or something
right,
like
a
that.
spicy roll.
Yeah.
They talk Barbara Stanwyck. I adore Barbara Stanwyck. If you haven't seen Christmas in Connecticut, give that a watch, or Remember the Night. Stanwyck is described as a strong female character. She is a lead in a lot of the movies that Arthur gave them, and everything they say about her is totally true. It is lovely. Jack Black does this boob graze. Undeniable. This is great.
This is good stuff, and I like the way that he continues apologising for it so awkwardly. This is a good wee bit of...
He does that Jack Black thing where he addresses everybody else in the room but quietly, and he's like, sorry about the boob graze, and he just and he earns this paycheck for me, man. She's loving all of this as well, and I believe Kate Winslet's laughing at all of this. Maggie calls Miles. She asks to meet him.
She's ruining stuff here.
And Iris is kind of gutted throughout
She's
this.
totally gutted, but she puts on a brave face.
She does, man.
And tells him to go meet her and talk it out and stuff.
She is rightfully a little angry when he says he might miss Arthur's event.
That's shitty.
That is shitty.
That's a shitty thing for him to
totally
do.
true. He was never going to miss this, though.
No,
we
of
know
course
that.
not.
We know that.
Well, everybody who's seen him at a movie before knows that he's never missing it, but at the same time, the fact that he even risked missing it is a bit shitty. Especially knowing how much work she and him have put into Arthur and how much it means to this all guy. It's not about Kate Winslet at this point, it's about Arthur. You're letting him down.
I believe I read during one scene as well, which I think this is so romantic. Earlier on in the scene, he has a cushion at one point, and allegedly you can see him sitting doing Iris's theme as he sits and talks to her, as if he cannot help himself but compose this music as he's talking to this beautiful woman. That is such a romantic scene, man.
It is, but that's something that you wouldn't see.
It's a shame I need to
read in the
see
trivia.
that or read that, because I would have liked to have known that myself. He'll try and make Arthur's Writers Guild event, but he's meeting Maggie across town and he doesn't know how long it will take. He kisses her on the forehead and leaves. She looks gutted.
And things only go from bad to worse for her because she gets home and she pulls out Jasper's book. She's finally going to look at it and she's, I guess, going to bask in her sorrow and just get right into his book.
Just greet into these pages.
Aye, and just at that moment her phone goes. Am I right in saying this?
Yep.
When her phone goes, she answers it. It was Jasper. He's phoned her. He's asking her if she's read the book yet, and she's like, no, I've been busy. He says that he left her a present. She's looking about for it. Says she's going to check for it outside in the mailbox. She opens the door and big creepy Jasper's standing there.
What?
He came to LA to fuck with her.
A dick, man. Like, she's on holiday, man.
This is where it borders on stalking and abusive.
Well, the gaslighting and stuff's really exposed here. It's awful.
It has been throughout the whole movie. It's been pretty obvious that he's been gaslighting her, but it goes.
I mean,
they turn it right up. It
becomes really transparent here. Like, he tries
so
to do
transparent
it.
that even she sees it. Her that's been in a trance with him for years.
He's just been playing with her the whole time, man, and keeping her on the line. And he once compared them to a round hole in a square peg, and he continued sleeping with her, man.
Yeah. Because it was easy for him. He gets to sleep with her without the commitment or something. I know there's a second How I Met Your Mother reference, but there's an episode of How I Met Your Mother called, I don't know what the name of the episode is, but it's all about being on the hook. Everybody's got someone as the theme of the episode who they know would do it for them.
Yeah.
But they don't actually go out with them, but it's just good to have them there, just in case.
Yeah.
But then you're never going to actually have sex with them, or, do you know what I mean? Like,
and that's what he's been doing.
Aye, it's that exact thing. She's on the hook and he's just using it. He's just a pure scumbag, a proper villain.
He only cares now because she hasn't responded to any of his emails or messages.
It's a power thing, because she's now living her own life and not being on his hook, that he's flew all the way to America just to pursue her. That's fucked up, man.
He wants what he can't have.
Yeah.
We cut to Miles and Maggie is pleading with him to take her back. He's sort of rolling his eyes.
I like the fact that he's kind of looking through her. It's as if he's not there. Like, he's there in person, but he's not.
I think he's thinking that
present.
Maybe this is where he's sitting playing the theme.
Yeah, possibly.
That'd be lovely.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's looking through her kind of thing. He's not looking at her. No, you would do this. You'd be staring at her with your mouth open, a cartoon character.
I think she's remarkable. She's also in Kiss Kiss Bang Bang as the girl with the pink wig. Shannon Sossamon is. Do you remember her from A Knight's Tale, the love interest?
Yeah, I remember Knight's Tale now.
Wow, man. Iris and Jasper on the couch, they share a moment of intimacy. You're freaking out here thinking, no, Kate Winslet, don't take back this bug-eyed weirdo. He tells her when they're back in London.
Bug-eyed weirdo.
He is a bug-eyed weirdo.
Yeah, is I.
He tells her when they're back in London they could maybe sneak off to Venice or somewhere. Iris, puzzled, asks if he is still engaged. He kind of attempts to gaslight her here. She tells him where to go. She outlines he's been gaslighting her for years. She rightfully pulls him up for crashing her holiday. She tells him it's over and where to go.
This is a great scene. I didn't really like the fact that she does a whole celebrated dance after it. But the whole thing, all the stuff that she says to him is brilliant. The fact that she stands up for herself.
She realises
everything that everybody's been saying to her.
She is the leading lady.
Yeah, 100%. But
And
that's, yeah.
I love when she says she has gumption. That's so important, man. I love it.
In fact, that's a pure old-fashioned, old-timey word, the sort of word that Arthur would say. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
And she slams the door in his face, and that's him done.
Out of the movie. Out of our life forever. Iris picks Arthur up. He looks so fine. And
So he does. He's wee bow tie and all that.
He says that Hugo Boss can make a suit.
Aye.
He compliments Iris.
She looks beautiful in this
She
black dress.
looks beautiful in this black dress.
Gives her a corsage.
Here. He gives her a corsage because that's what they did in his day.
Aye.
He says if it's corny, she says she's looking for corny in her life. What does he say? That's a good line.
Aye, yeah.
How
Yeah.
cool is this scene, man? Arthur says they should get this embarrassment over with. This scene is... I get goosebumps thinking of this scene, if I'm being totally honest with you, man. He walks to they walk to a quiet reception. Elderly man with a beautiful woman in his arm. We see the various artworks from Arthur's projects. They walk into a packed house.
Yeah, and he is overwhelmed. But he doesn't ham it up. It's not like too over the top when he starts crying and stuff, but you can see it behind his eyes that he's like taken aback.
He sells all of this. I get chills when his friends are there to shake his hands.
Aye, that's right. It goes down to the front, looks at these stairs, and it's well shot. The cinematography is good here. It frames the stairs to look much bigger than they are, as if it's a big mountain to climb.
Way he marches up these stairs,
Yeah.
he runs up them with this wee... oh man, it's adorable, man. And again, I don't mean that patronising. It's just lovely. Yeah. All of this is lovely. Miles runs in and just makes it. We hear the line, the man is a rock star. Black kills it. Iris is so happy to see him.
Yeah, he says that she looks beautiful.
He says that she looks beautiful. He says the Maggie situation is over. And he kisses her on the cheek. Arthur's speech starts and they both watch with such wonder, man.
And his speech is amazing as
the
well.
speech is so funny.
Good.
He sells it great. He talks about Hollywood with such love and respect. He mentions the box office problem as well, which has now collapsed Hollywood, to be perfectly honest with you.
That's funny because we totally missed a scene earlier where he's going through the newspaper at one point and he's like, there's 9 movies out this weekend. He's like, I remember when there used to be 9 movies out a year, and he's just talking about this weekend, and he's going through and he says, what is it he says? He says if a movie doesn't make its money in the opening weekend, it's dead in the water.
It's absolutely true. If a movie comes out now with a Marvel budget and see if it doesn't make $1 billion, Ryan, it's a failure.
It's a failure. I mean, think about is it the Marvels? The one with the female cast?
The Marvels.
The Marvels came out there. I heard it was actually really good. It looked good.
I heard it's alright.
But didn't do amazing numbers, and people are just turning on it as if it was because it was all females and all that. It's just like, no, people just don't want to go see superhero movies anymore.
Done with superhero movies. Aquaman 2 looks
garbage.
And the first was great.
Was it?
The first was great. Totally great. I liked the first a lot, man.
Not for me at all.
The Marvels, I've not seen Mrs. Marvel, so how can I watch this? What's the point?
This is the thing. This is why I'm not going to watch it anymore. You need to watch a million TV shows to understand what's going on in this movie, and I'm not doing that. Just make an independent film that's just doesn't relate to any TV show that I need to watch it. And I've not got time for that shit.
I will never watch Secret Invasion.
No,
Ever.
Never.
I will never watch that.
I'm not watching Loki. I'm sure it's good. People tell me it's great. I'm sure it is. I've not got the time to watch it. And I don't want to have to watch it to see the new Thor movie or whatever the fuck.
No.
I don't have to watch 2 seasons of a TV show to watch a movie. It's bullshit.
Hercules is coming to the next 4. Wow, Hercules.
Amazing. He was in the last Thor though, wasn't he? Was he Hercules was in it, was he not?
No, that's Hercules was at the end. Is with Brett Goldstein, man.
Yeah, that's what I meant. He was in the end credits, but
Hercules is a villain. Is that an interest to me? Why would I give a fuck about that? Brett Goldstein's great, but do I give a fuck about him in the MCU? Like,
I'm only going to go back to the MCU if
Guardians Day something else
Doctor
again.
Doom becomes a baddie.
Well, they're saying that's what they need to do now. Apparently, Kang's out. Anyway, Iris tells Miles that Arthur is so fantastic. Miles asks Iris what she's doing for New Year's Eve. She says she'll be back in England. He says he's never been. He's never been to Europe.
Man, he pure just invites himself over to England.
I love it, man.
It's just bold because he says, "What are you doing for New Year's Eve?" She's like, "Well, I'm going back to England." He's like, "I've never been." As if like going to invite me to your country.
It's a good move, man. He asks if he was to come over, would she go out with him on New Year's Eve? She says she would love to and kisses him.
With a big smoochy kiss, man.
It's amazing. When they both turn around, she looks to the heavens and says yes. And he motions yes.
He does a yes to himself.
And
it's funny.
I melt, man. These are 2 adorable actors just being cute together. And you wouldn't put these 2 together normally in any sort of rom-com, and that isn't I wouldn't believe they would get together. I believe Jack Black could absolutely get Kate Winslet. His charm is so infectious. It's wild, man.
Yeah. Why are we getting 2 love stories here? I get that that's the concept of the movie, but see if you just cut out Cameron Diaz and Jude Law's shite and just have a movie about Irish and Jack Black stuff. That's a better movie.
Goodbye's nice, man. Amanda and
goodbye. I'm being sick all in my fucking living room here.
Amanda and Graham say goodbye. They kiss real hard. These 2 people are so beautiful. It's ridiculous.
She gets in this fucking this car, and the driver says, "Have you had a good holiday?" And I know, and she starts greeting, and then she starts smiling because she's crying, and that's the big shot they've been waiting this entire movie for. And I'm like, shit, seriously, is this it?
I kinda like it, man.
And then she's like, "Can you turn the car around?" And he's got no problem turning the motor around at this point.
I think
she's like, "I'll just leave it. I'll run." Sorry, I know I'm powering through what you're saying here, but I need to get to this bit. And then she does the walk that she done at the start of the movie, but she runs back to the house. See, at the start of the movie, she's slipping on the ice and she's unsure of herself and she's all hangry. But in this one, because she's in love, she can run fast without falling.
Man, I'd noticed she left all her luggage with that driver.
He's dust.
I'd be right down at the markets in Walford selling that gear, man. Right outside the Queen Vic.
You and Phil Mitchell like that.
Because he is straight out EastEnders, this cat, man.
Oh, he totally is.
Or if he isn't, he should maybe Billy's got a cousin or something.
Aye.
A cousin of Mitchell.
He could be like Ian Beale's cousin.
Oh, Frank Beale.
Ian Steele, they call him, because he's at the rob all the time.
He's always robbing, minding him his own crack. She definitely opens a farm gate at one point and runs without closing it. You will get shot for that in England.
Farmers take that shit so seriously.
They will cut your throat for that, man.
They'll hang you upside down in one of those slaughterhouses.
You will get straw dogged, man. She runs to the cottage. She gets into the cottage. Graham waits, crying.
I like the fact that he's been crying, because he did say that earlier that he cries all the time.
I think he saw her through the window, put the cigarette out, put the can down, turned off the Oasis and splashed his face with some water. Slide away!
He's only listened to Oasis in his life, this prick.
Man, just pumped an American.
She was fucking filthy, by the way.
Mate, I've just been in America. No, wait, listen how.
Yeah, coming to America, know what I'm saying?
Our hair was standing up again. Graham waits, crying. She says she should stay for New Year. He says he has the girls. I love that that's his first response. She says it sounds perfect.
Natural response.
They hug. You didn't need to write that in the movie though. That's not atypically the male protagonist line, and I like that, man. New Year's Eve, all four are together.
I hate this.
This is beautiful,
What is
man.
this? What? First of all, right. Whose house are they in? Are they in Graham's
cottage.
house? Right, so they're in the wee cottage, right? No, it's Graham's house.
It's
isn't it?
Graham's
With the Waynes.
estate.
So it's the kids and the two couples, right? And they're in this wee house in England. And
A big house.
sorry.
Mansion.
I meant we's in like it's closed this wee room, this wee living room or whatever, and they're dancing and singing. This is a sorry excuse for Hogmanay, by the way.
This is great.
There's no telly on. Where's only an excuse? Where's Jackie Bird? Where's the sausage rolls? Where's the scran?
Could you
Where's the
imagine
crisps?
trying to explain only an excuse to Jack Black and Cameron Diaz?
That would be amazing. That's a
She'd
better
be on
movie.
a flight.
She'd be back. No, but Hogmanay, well, I don't know. How about your Hogmanay?
There's this bit where he goes, "Where's the birds? Wait till you see it," and he just keeps saying it.
You know Frank McAvenny used to play for Celtic in the 80s, and they're like, I don't know any of the words.
I don't know who you're talking about, buddy.
Big Frankie boy. Do you know Barry Ferguson?
Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop.
No, you stop that, Jack. Stop that shit.
She's sitting there trying to greet, man.
And she sees all an excuse and she does greet because that's what passes as comedy here.
Oh, only an excuse hasn't really been good for 20 years.
It's not
has
been
it?
on telly. They had stopped it a few years ago because the ratings were terrible. It got shite.
Miles talks to Graham's daughters as Iris watches, and she is so smitten by him and everything that he is. She's got a good guy this time who cares about other people, heaven forbid. They look at each other and she dances towards him like a big goof.
Aye.
He's unlocked all of that in her, which
she can
is
finally be happy.
potential.
Yeah.
She's happy, and he says something like, "There's my girl," or "There she is," and she comes over with these drinks, and he gets up and dances with her without hesitation. She'll adore him forever. There's no doubts there. Graham and Amanda dance, and
There's
they
doubts
kiss.
there.
Oh, I don't think it's.
That's not lasting.
Oh, I don't know, man. But the passion between them, it's going to be a good couple of months.
They're going to have a good couple of months of
Oh.
just hard shagging, and then they're
Aye.
going to realise they don't like each other that much and break up. But that's fine.
All these daughters will day her tits in, man, because these
We'll have
accents,
we'll
man.
have a parent trap situation where they're trying to break them up.
I'd just wake up one day when they're asking for eggs and bacon, I'd go,
Because it's
the
cute at first, 'cause
accents.
you're like, oh, I'm in Annie. And then you realise Annie's fucking shite.
Oh, man.
This son will come up to, I'm sick of this shite.
I hate these two Waynes.
Fucking hate these Cockney bastards.
You need to get them shot, and why have we suddenly got all these dogs?
Why is there always a dog treats, but there's no dog?
Why does he collect dog collars?
It's trophies.
It's trophies. I'll go to Crufts with you again. Everyone is silly and happy. They all dance together. I love Jack Black and Cameron Diaz when they interact together. He challenges her to a sort of dance off, and she's like, "Oh yeah, all right, okay."
I wouldn't
Iris,
be surprised if this was just improv here. And they
I would
just
get
decided to do that. Because that's the sort of thing that Jack Black and Cameron Diaz would do.
this was written with all four characters in mind. This was purposely made for these four characters,
These four actors.
allegedly.
I mean, fair enough.
Yeah.
You can kind of tell that.
Iris strokes Miles' face and looks comfortable. They all look content as they dance around the living room. We pull out in a wide shot as they dance.
Credits. And the credits go over the screen as they continue to dance. The Holiday 2006, man. That's it.
Man, what do you think of this?
Jesus. Man, this might take a while. Okay. I will be as brutally honest as I can. Because I know that I've been kind of playing up how much I hate Jack Black. I actually don't hate Jack Black. I just think he's annoying after a while. I've got a what's the word I'm looking for?
Love, hate.
Not a lot of hate. I've got a tolerance. There's only a certain amount I can take of
He
that
is
stuff.
often typecast as a fool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Family
he's-
Guy pointed it out best.
It's that Family Guy bit perfectly encapsulates a Jack Black movie. Where he's tries to I'm with the kids, man, but he's clearly this old guy. He's a good musician and apparently a very nice person. I'm sure that's all true. But he's just in movies a lot. That being said, I think he is good in this movie. Like, I hate the video shop scene. I hate that scene. It's too much, man. Cut that out of the film. I don't need him scatting over all these theme songs. But apart from that, I think his character is pretty charming. I think the relationship between him and Iris is good. But here's the thing. I think this movie's too long. I think the concept, they've went kind of high concept with it, where they need to swap one girl from America, the other for England, and they've swapped and blah, blah, blah. You don't need this. I don't care about Amanda and Graham's relationship. Yes, they're two nice looking people, and yes, they're both good actors. I like both of them individually and different things. Take them out of this movie and just have Kate Winslet goes to America, cares for this old man. The movie that I spoke about earlier, where he teaches her about classic Hollywood and stuff. She meets Jack Black, who's a composer and maybe a fan of Arthur, and they have a relationship and just do a basic romantic comedy and cut all the Cameron Diaz and what's his face, the other guy, Jude Law to this, and you've got a much better movie. It's too bloated. I don't care about them. It's annoying. This isn't it's called The Holiday, and they're on holiday technically. They're on vacation, but it's nothing to do with the holidays. Like they say that it's Christmas, and they say that it's a New Year's party at the end, but this could be in the middle of the summer and it's the same film. This could be an Easter movie. It doesn't matter. They just call it Christmas. It makes no difference to the plot, and I don't care. So yeah, there's a movie in here that I like. There's good elements. Kate Winslet's amazing. Arthur, the actor that plays Arthur.
Eli Wallach
is an amazing character actor anyway. Is great in this. All his friends in it. I would like to see them more. The Hanukkah scene's great. I think Jack Black's very good and charming for the most part, bar a couple of scenes. And yeah, I don't hate this film. I thought I was going to loathe this film. I was so angry about doing it. I was dreading it. I was putting it off for ages. I watched it. It wasn't that bad. I'm not going to watch it again. I probably will have to watch it again because my wife will have it on, but I'll never choose to watch it again. But it was fine. There's elements that are real good, but most elements I just can't be bothered with. It's middle of the road. It's 3 out of 5 coconuts.
Okay. The Holiday 2006, a big budget Christmas rom-com full of A-listers and an ode to the golden age of Hollywood. I find this film entirely enchanting, and I think Nancy Myers really delivered some tremendous performances. Kate Winslet breaks my heart in this. She is an actor who will give you nothing less than 100%. Kate Winslet amazes me. I love Diaz. She's got such likeability and presence. You feel her status in the Surrey scenes. Through the screen, you feel a movie star has entered this small little town, this small little village. Jude Law is charming as all hell, even if the character comes from Mars or pumps dugs or something. Jack Black is so charming in this. He gets to play the composer and take it reasonably serious. I've loved him since I seen him in The X-Files, and more specifically, The Neverending Story Part 3. He plays the antagonist in that.
I've not seen that.
I
didn't know there was a Part 3.
He is so great in it. He's the bully in it, and he's menacing and fun, and I think Jack Black is youth personified in a way, and fun personified. He works for me. I think that guy just gets more charismatic with age. Eli Wallach is Arthur. All of this narrative works for me. When he takes those steps into his ceremony, I do get goosebumps. I could listen to Eli Wallach wax lyrical about the golden age forever. I think Dean Cundey did a terrific job with the cinematography in this project. LA looks like LA and England looks like England. It isn't overly pronounced either. The warm tones of the cottage in a cold England looked cold. I love both women's respective journeys and the reluctance to share new, different experiences with new potential loves. And I love watching these actors in this ridiculously sweet playground together. This is a cottage in a snow globe to me. Cosy, beautiful and pristine. 4 out of 5 coconuts. It's just one of those well-decorated gingerbread houses we spoke about. It ticks the boxes for me. It releases certain endorphins.
Yeah, apparently.
It's a high-budget Hallmark, if that makes sense.
This is a total Hallmark movie, but with
If
really good acting.
That colours why I like it so much.
Yeah, I get that.
It's a slightly more adult Hallmark.
At least Hallmark, though, ham up the Christmas stuff a bit more.
Yeah.
That's my big takeaway.
Rido, it could be draped in a lot more tinsel and green and red lights.
Yeah,
I don't disagree with you. That would only mark it up more for me, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would like it better if it was like that.
So, with that being said,
one more Christmas movie left.
It's gonna get kind of cold in here, man.
Kind of dark.